Hello, 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 hello! We are live in this biatch. It is game time. Welcome and thank you for joining us for episode number 1 of Descent into Avernus. I am Jake, the DM. I go by D20Deputy. And I am here with my friends Fred, Chad, Andrew, and Anthony. Hey, looks like we got, I think that's probably Scott. Hey, Zeal Zaddy, welcome to the chat. Looks like it's gonna be adventure time. So, before we get started,
Wait, that's copyright.
Did you guys see that there's gonna be like a new Adventure Time?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of. I've only watched the really funny stuff.
I think it's gonna be called like Adventure Time Distant Lands.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna be. I guess we'll have to find out. Maybe it'll be good or bad or terrible. Who knows?
It's gonna be good, bad, terrible, disappointing, or exciting. I don't know.
Who knows? So before we get started, and before our intrepid adventurers tell you about who their characters are, I'm gonna give you a little bit of background about what we're doing here in this campaign. So one of the things that we did in this campaign that's a little bit different than what we've done in the past is that I asked all of my friends and compatriots here to do something interesting. And I think that we know each other decently well by now. So instead of having them make their own characters, I asked everyone to make a character for someone else. And then we drew lots, like in like a Secret Santa. And for the last week, these guys have been making characters for each other. So tonight, for the very first time, you and they will have the opportunity to find out who they are playing. And let me stop some of this music so that we can get a little bit of background going and start with our first character introduction. We're going to start with Alwyn Al-Kanan, introduced by Andrew.
All right. Should I say who this is for?
Do the character intro, and then you can tell us who's playing that character.
So the character I created is Alwyn. Okay, this is hard to say because it's Kalashite. Alwyn Inathir Elkanan. And you can just call him Alwyn. He is a half-elven druid from the deserts of Kalimshan, which is far to the south of Baldur's Gate. He's up here because he was cast out of his tribe for murdering his mentor. And he wandered the wastes for a long time. He's not a young half-elf. He's relatively middle-aged. What else do you need to know about him? There's not that much.
So we've got his class. So he's a druid.
Yeah.
What type of circle of druid is he going to become?
He's going to become a Circle of the Land desert druid.
Ooh, so tell us a little bit about that.
Very fitting. Okay, so Circle of the Land is sort of makes the druid a little wizardy.
Okay.
They get kind of like the wizard's arcane recovery, but it's called natural recovery. Mm-hmm. They get some extra spells that are based on their land type. So the desert gets, I don't actually know which ones they get. I gotta open my PHB here because I'm not prepared.
We don't need to know the exact spells.
Yeah. But anyway, they get some cool like crowd control spells as a desert.
Very cool.
So I think one of the first ones they get is like blur and blindness or something like that.
Very cool. Very cool. So who?
Yeah.
of our friends will be playing this intrepid desert adventurer.
I hope he likes him, because Chad is going to be playing it.
Whoa! Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Wow.
Yeah, I know you loved playing your Gildeby wizard, and so I gave you something a little different, but still close to wizardy.
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, I did not put the Xanthar's spells into his list.
It's all good.
That's fine.
But that's up to you if you want to use them.
Yeah,
but I did put all the first level spells, so that's part of the annoying part.
More than I did.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Very, very cool. So first up on the roster, we have Alwyn Alkanon, a half-elf Circle of the Land desert druid. Next up, we have Arias Silverstone, created by our fantastic friend Anthony. Anthony, why don't you tell us a little bit about Arias Silverstone?
Yeah, so Arias Silverstone is a dwarf. He is a order cleric. He followed in the footsteps of his father and became part of the Watch, which is the guard of Baldur's Gate. So he is an order cleric, like I said. So he's trying to uphold the justice and keep his, keep everybody in line. Get rid of all the criminals.
So he's a cleric. What god does he follow?
Well, that was a good that's a good question. I think there were a couple I chose, but I'll get back to you on that. I actually didn't choose a god for him. I'll be honest. I haven't played a cleric in a long time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Moradin's a good fallback. But...
Yeah, Moradin works. We'll say Moradin, I guess. That'll work. I think one of the cool things about the Order Cleric is there are multiple ways to play him, from what I read. He can help his allies, but they also have, heavy armor proficiency right off the bat. So it's pretty dang cool. And they get some cool proficiencies as they go on. So I'm excited for somebody to play this.
It's pretty fantastic. Okay, so
I've never seen Order.
We've got Arias Silverstone, dwarf, Order cleric. Who is playing Arias Silverstone?
Our friend that's going to be playing Arias Silverstone is Andrew.
Oh man.
Oh snap.
I don't know if you remember the last time I played a cleric.
It's been a while, and I think you're going to do a lot better.
Welcome back to the crew.
I did set up your spells, and I think you'll hate it all the way to 7th level.
God.
As in the entirety of this adventure, you have all your spells up there. I think you'll hate it, so you can delete them as you go, but that way you have them.
Okay, I am doing some character.
Well, as a cleric, you get access to all cleric spells, so you can just change it to.
And that's kind of why I picked a cleric, was because I didn't want to lock you into spells, and with the cleric, you can literally be whatever you want to be, and I feel like you'll play him really well,
including a paladin.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so the only people who don't know what they're playing right now are Anthony and Fred, and we got two dwarves left. So let's step right up to the plate and introduce character number 3. Character number 3 is actually, I put these in the wrong order here. Let's move some of these tokens around real fast. So the next character on our list is Ulfgar Battlehammer, made by our friend Chad. Chad, tell us who's playing. Tell us a little bit about Ulfgar Battlehammer.
Yes. So I will go over just what he looks like. He's tall for a dwarf, but that's common for the Battlehammer clan. He's got rugged good looks, but he has a calm but positive disposition, and that makes the other dwarves look up to him. especially in the Church of Moradin, which now we have 2. So that's cool.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So tell us what class is Ulfgar?
So I've got like this fucking
Yeah, go read it.
yeah, I've got this bit. Okay, all right, yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Go
So
for it.
you are
Crush
a
it.
dwarf from the from Clan Battlehammer. You're a cleric of Moradin. Your father is Dane Battlehammer, who is a paladin of Moradin. Your hometown is an underground fortress named Thunderhold. You left home on a mission for your church with a fellow cleric named Helgrid Oakborn, a female dwarf. Your mission is to meet with another member of the church. Your mission was, to meet with another member of the church in Baldur's Gate. After you reach Baldur's Gate, you met up with your contact, who is an half Aasimar, half dwarf named Erazun, that informed you of an evil cult growing in power in Baldur's Gate. The cult was, you found out that through some, investigation, that the cult was sacrificing people and harvesting their souls to give them to a being known as Gargoth, which later revealed was an evil demigod that was kicked from the 9 hells because he is the god of betrayal. While investigating, you made friends with a little girl who lost her parents to the cult. And she was kidnapped, and while tracking her down, required meeting with a local guide that ended up with a final confrontation with the cult. And during that final confrontation, the guide that was helping you find this cult was actually the leader of the who was sort of stringing you along. After the battle was won, the leader laid slain, and the cult dissolved, or so you believe. You gave your alms box to your new female dwarven cleric friend to help with the relief effort, because obviously this affected, a good part of the city. After some time spent in Baldur's Gate, you learned that the local religious scene while healing the poor and downtrodden. So sort of like what is when the church would offer like healing for free for like sick people.
It's charity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a philanthropic
what
endeavor.
Yeah.
You learned so do we mention the because no one did yet, but I wrote it in. Are we mentioning the whole murder thing?
Not yet. We'll reveal that next.
Okay, so I will not read that.
I'm gonna let everyone get their character sheet, and then I'm gonna ask everyone to go through their character sheet, find what their involvement was, and then we will unveil that.
Excellent. So I'll stop it there. Yeah,
Okay.
You're a cleric of Moradin.
Okay, what type of cleric
Nice.
is Ulfgar?
Ulfgar, which if you couldn't make it out from the clues, is a life cleric.
We've got a healer.
What's up?
Sort of, the father was a paladin and sort of took lives where the son wants to save them.
Very, very cool. So who is going to be playing Ulfgar Battlehammer, son of Dane, healer, and cleric of Moradin in our Descent into Avernus campaign?
That would be Fred.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. All right.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Very, very cool.
Which one is he? He's the.
He is the life cleric.
I am the life cleric.
What's his? Which one is his token?
The bottom one.
No, this
The
is
bottom.
Ulfgar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
they swapped. My bad.
Yeah.
So
That's exactly what I thought.
Last but certainly not least is our last character.
Don't fuck it up, Fred.
Well,
Bramigan. or Bromadin Lutger, made by our friend Fred. Tell us a little bit about, and I guess we can sort of deduce that this character will be being played by Anthony, if you guys have been following along at home.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about Bromadin.
Okay, I am going to try and explain his whole damn life. So, I'm just gonna read this, and I'll explain anything on the way. Here we go. I wasn't told of the circumstances of my birth until I was 50. I was born. Oh my god! All right, hold on.
I'm so excited.
No, it's okay. Discord's fucking up.
Hey. I'm gonna have some water.
Ta-da! Okay.
Woo.
I wasn't told of the circumstances of my birth until I was 50. I was born in the existence between existences. The biggest sea of them all. The astral sea. Though I don't remember much of it, even if I do dream of it. My grandmother told me my parents were in contact with people planes of existences away. Troublesome business, Grandma used to say. Supposedly my old man was imprisoned for rebelling against the imperial laws, namely taxation. Raised by my grandmother in a modest home, I learned that it's freer on the water than in an imperial-run city, sailing peaceful nights in the moonlight. I was hired on as a cartographer, though my drawing skills were smudgy. My ability to use the stars and lunar patterns to help make the maps accurate was what the captain appreciated most. I used what was always above us, the stars and moon. Sayun, the Moon Maiden, was worshipped aboard our boat as a source of guidance and a merciful teacher, even in difficult waters. Let's see. When I was marooned back on imperial soil, with the taxation, because the taxation increased on the ship that I was boarded on, I soon found that the city in which my grandmother had raised me, she was going to be put out, that the taxes were going to force her out of the home that she was raised in, and raised me in. Let's see. I found a dock worker that let me do some late night extra hands for moving any products. He offhandedly mentioned a smuggling job, and that kind of goes into the rest of the scene. As far as the So as far as Bromadin Lutger goes,
tell us what
he's a sailor.
What type of paladin is he?
He's not a paladin.
Oh!
Yes!
Fred was much kinder than I would have been.
Yeah, Chad would have given you a paladin without a
I was so worried that Chad was not a cleric, but he was.
No, it's okay. Okay,
man.
So Bromadin is going to be a Circle of Dreams druid.
Oh my god! I almost made one of those.
2 druids and 2.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, oh my god, no way.
What is this?
Hell yeah. So
Okay, I'm down with
so
that.
Bromadin is a sailor. That's really not common for a dwarf. So he's suntanned. He's only 60. Considering he's a dwarf, he only basically just left home. Oh yeah, that's fine, Chad. I'm not worried. Is there anything else I needed to state about the character? Is there anything else you needed?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to let you guys take a minute to explore your character sheets. I'm going to take a quick bio break. And then I want you guys, do me a favor, explore your characters, look at the backstories, figure out how you fit into the murder, and then we'll come right back.
But doesn't it say it on the sheet?
It does. It will say it on the sheet. It'll say it on the sheet. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 5.
4.
Okay, let me just read up on all this shit.
Oh god,
There's
no,
so
no.
much here.
God damn it! You gave me that fear, Fred.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
First
but, okay,
one?
but it makes sense in the backstory. I promise you.
I
don't think I got around to writing all that I wanted to in the backstory, but I can explain it to you on how I wanted it.
Oh my god.
I know, but
Yes, okay, thank God. The last fear that you gave me, I love that.
let me check.
It is.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So
Yeah, that one's
tried,
pretty good. I like the second one. I can understand why the first one throws you off.
I'm a dreams druid, man.
I know.
Wow.
You know what? Nightmares are dreams too.
Be right back.
Yeah.
guess what I have proficiency in?
Mouse
Nightmare-
Which book is the Order Cleric in?
We
Yeah, what is that?
I think it's Ravnica.
We were talking about clerics
Ravnica.
and where the Order Cleric comes from. So if you know,
I don't know if I
type it
have
in
that
chat.
book.
I got you. Hold on.
Is it on D&D Beyond?
It is on D&D Beyond.
What?
We are good. So, given that, now you guys have had a moment to check out your characters. Do me a solid. And
We're bitching most of the time.
oh well, you guys.
Chad,
you
Chad,
guys
what is
suck.
this last fear? There's just a fourth fear here, and it's just weird
You're
as hell.
welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
Why? But why that one?
Because it was
Did you
great.
put fear of chicken?
No, it's worse.
Oh, that's even that's actually that would come up later. So glad you.
I
didn't have that.
forgot what I put.
Is
Send
the
it to me.
Demigorgon technically a chicken?
But that would be kind of hilarious. Also, I'm eating soup.
Chicken noodle soup?
No, it's chicken and corn soup brought to
Oh,
us.
it's chicken though.
Yeah, brought to us by our
Fred's
friends
scared.
at
What?
Stacy and Company because I have the greatest girlfriend in the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, I'll check it out.
Order domain? Oh, I see. I've never looked into this at all, and it sounds cool.
It's probably my favorite domain for a cleric, other than Forge.
It's gonna be cool.
Forge
They're
is
all
cool.
good.
Okay,
They're
so
all good.
let's go.
Forge
down-
is what Artificer was before Artificer was an Artificer.
It's true.
Yeah.
The busta on the busta. Okay, so let's go down the list. And Alwyn Alkanon, so let me give some backstory to the fantastic people at home. So in creating these characters, there were a couple of things that are part of this campaign. So Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus really deals with moral quandaries and fears and things that the characters need to overcome, not just from a physical aspect, but also from a metaphysical aspect. Things that will challenge their perceptions of what is right and what is wrong. They're things that will push the characters and the players to the limits of their role-playing abilities in trying to portray the fears of these characters. But one of the things that is unique, I think, to this adventure is that at the beginning of character creation, all of the characters in the party are tied together through some sort of dark secret. And this dark secret is something that the denizens of the Hells will take advantage of to blackmail the characters or to insinuate that somehow the characters are not necessarily as good as they may think they are themselves. So the dark secret that all of the characters were involved in for this party was that they were all involved in one way, shape, or form with a murder of a drug dealer inside Baldur's Gate. So one of them is the murderer, one of them is the bystander, one of them is the instigator, and one of them is a liar. So the murderer was obviously the person who committed the murder. The bystander is someone who knew that the murder took place and did nothing to stop it, nor did they tell anyone. They didn't report the crime. The instigator is someone who clearly, as it's described, instigated the incident that led to the death of this drug dealer in one way, shape, or form. And the liar is someone who has covered up the tracks of all other involved parties in order to make sure that no one finds out. One of the other interesting things is that I, behind the scenes, have rolled that some NPC in this adventure knows that these characters committed the murder. They don't know which NPC knows that they did something. So that is going to be a nice plot twist that'll come out later on. But in the meantime, let us reveal who played what part in the murder. So let's start with Alwyn Alkanon. Alwyn Alkanon, what was your role in the murder?
I don't have a voice yet, but Alwyn is the liar.
Ah, very interesting. And I guess we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, what does that mean? Did I lie? Like, what does that mean though? Like, did I lie about it to the officials, or?
Well, we can
Pointed in the opposite direction, whatever it
we
is.
can work on that. But you
Okay.
knew that the event took place and intentionally covered up the act by lying either to the officials or lying to other persons or
Okay.
various things.
Excellent.
It does sort of make sense for him, though. At least that's what I think.
Okay. Next, let us go. Arias Silverstone. What did Arias Silverstone have to do with this murder?
Arias is the bystander.
Interesting. Which makes sense. You know, he's a
does make sense.
lawful city watch person. Maybe he saw it happening, but had some preconceived notion of who this drug dealer was. Maybe he thought that he got what was coming to him. Interesting. Let's see.
Definitely.
Let's see how that plays out. Ulfgar Battlehammer. What was Ulfgar's part in the murder?
I was the murderer.
Bum, bum, bum.
With that name, of course he was with that name.
Wow, that's
battle.
Hold on, Anthony.
That's a plot twist. So you're telling me that the life cleric was the murderer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh.
He lost his, rights to his life.
We'll see.
I had to remove his
It's
life
just
card.
been revoked.
Your life has been revoked.
Let's see how that plays out for him. That's going to be some serious cognitive dissonance if I've ever seen it.
Yep.
And I guess that means that Bromidin must be the instigator.
I'm the murderer too. What are you talking? No, I'm the instigator.
I was like, huh? I was like, all right.
No, I am the instigator, so I'm the one who somehow caused it to happen.
Very, very interesting.
I just wanted some drugs, man.
Just wanted some drugs, man. Okay, doke. Well, now that we've got the foundation laid for this adventure, let's get started. What do you guys say?
Oh, wait.
What?
We didn't talk about the common magic item that everyone was starting with.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the other things that I allowed everyone to do in character creation was to give their character a common magic item. So let's just go down the list. Let's go back up the list and let's say what everyone's common magic item is. So Bromidin, what is your common magic item and what does it do?
Okay. I may have not put it in there. Yeah.
No, you do.
Okay, so it's the pipe of smoke monsters. Yeah.
Yep, pipe
What?
of smoke monsters.
What is that?
What do you mean? What is that? It's the pipe of smoke monsters.
Instead of drinking monsters, he likes to smoke them. You know.
Yeah.
What?
So the pipe of smoke monsters is while smoking this pipe, you can use an action to exhale a puff of smoke that takes the form of a single creature, such as a dragon, a flumph, or a froghemoth. The form must be small enough to fit in a 1-foot cube, and loses its shape after a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke. I am very excited for this.
Yeah.
You're Gandalf.
That's my ouch cat.
Fucking dick.
You got that Gandalf pipe.
Yes, and so it doesn't have to be a dragon, a flute, or a froghemoth. It can be whatever I want in a 1-foot cube.
That's right, dude.
It has to be a creature though. So
Very
yeah,
interesting.
that's flipping.
Does it have to be a
awesome.
monster?
No,
It has to be a single creature. So it can be anything, really.
And does
any
it
living
look
item.
like smoke?
It is a
After
puff
a
of
few
smoke
seconds,
that
yeah.
takes a form of a single creature.
Okay.
Must be small enough to fit in a 1-foot cube and lose the shape after a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke.
I think it's
Okay.
cool.
I think
It's
it's
like blowing a
flipping
bubble.
awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Bubble buddy.
We'll see how that plays out. Okay, next, but most certainly not least, is Ulfgar Battlehammer. What is your common magic item?
I don't know if I put it in the features.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Ulfgar, yeah.
Okay. Yes. This is the Clockwork Amulet, apparently.
Very cool. Tell us what a clockwork amulet does.
This copper amulet contains tiny interlocking gears and is powered by magic from Mechanus, a plane of clockwork predictability. A creature that puts an ear to the amulet can hear faint ticking and whirring noises coming from within. When you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling the d10 to just take a 10 on the die. Once used, it can't be used until the next dawn.
That's pretty good.
It's a reroll.
It's pretty good.
I mean, kinda.
Kind of.
It's reliable talent once a day.
It's reliable talent once a day for an attack. It's not bad. That's a pretty cool item. Okay, next, let us go to Arias Silverstone. What is your common magic item?
Oh, sorry, I muted myself when I wanted to unmute myself. Let me see here. It is the now I read it very wrong the first time. It is the Orb of Gonging, I guess,
What?
which sort of makes sense.
Do you ring the gong?
As a watchman. So
Oh.
yes, I bang a gong.
Nice.
Do you get it on?
No, actually, I don't. I'm too
Does the dragon turtle show up?
So, well, what it is an orb that has sort of notches in it, and when those notches are aligned, it gongs every 6 seconds and can be heard out to 600 feet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Whoa.
That's actually a super useful item.
I thought it'd be cool because you're a part of the watch and you need to call other watchmen.
It kind of makes sense.
Ding
Although it's
dong.
kind of
Yeah.
heavy at 5 pounds.
It is kind of heavy. I only put one in the character sheet because I did not see that
Mhm.
5-pound weight. So
Very interesting.
it's a heavy ass gong.
That's a
Yeah.
big ball.
Well, it's not as heavy as the real gong would be, probably.
If you wear it as a chess piece, do you let the enemy bang it for you?
Oh, and as a thing, Andrew, I thought it would be cool for his focus was his badge. I thought that was a cool thing.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
I actually like that a whole lot. Okay, last but not least is Alwyn Alkanon. What is your common magic item?
Yeah. So I too have a pipe of smoke monsters.
Yeah!
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
Hey man, we're gonna go get some smoking going on, bro.
Dude, we're gonna do like Rock'em Sock'em Robots Smoke Edition.
Yes! Yes! We get to watch the smoke monsters fight.
Oh, I love it. This is probably my favorite common magic item.
It just sounded so fun. And
Yeah, right?
So
You can just-
much creativity.
We can tell a narrative now with smoke.
Yeah,
you can have like a puppet show.
with smoke.
Mhm.
It's a
Dude,
smoke
every
show.
time.
this character so well.
You just
My
gonna get lung
character,
cancer.
Brahamadin might
Dude.
be a stoner. Just want to.
We're just fucking vapors. That's like we're just.
Can I hit your jewel? Can I hit your jewel?
This campaign is us vaping our way to hell.
Hold on. The gang goes to Vape Nation.
Hashtag Vape Nation.
What?
We're
Can
going
we
to
each
Vape
all have one?
boys.
Like
Get
the first-
ready.
Let's screw the actual campaign. Let's all just get some pipes of smoke monsters.
Hashtag Vape Nation.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be a blast. I think that I guess everyone's testing out their stuff. Okie doke. Now that you guys have your character sheets, let
Oh, was
us
that me? Did I
get
click something?
That was
ready.
Oh, we gotta change our names. Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't change your names. Leave your names. Oh, you gotta change your names at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. make sure that your hit
Passive
points are correct. Everyone, make sure that your
I don't
armor.
think mine is. Is it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yo, Anthony,
yes.
what's up with your name?
Oh, rough.
I'm sorry.
Ramadan!
I'm sorry. It's a little rough for you there. sir.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good, guys. Take your time right now because there's gonna be a bunch of exposition. We got some role playing to do. Let's get this party started.
Make sure you measure your PPs.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
What do I have for?
here we go. You ready?
No.
Let's set the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
That scared the living daylights out of me
What?
when he turned the music on.
Oh.
I had to look up behind me.
Okay. Welcome to Baldur's Gate, a veritable nest of rats and vipers, clinging to the rocky slopes overlooking the Chianthar River. From their high perches in the upper city, the local nobles, known as patriarchs, gaze down with veiled contempt upon the common rabble in the grimy lower city, which hugs the foggy harbor. The whole of Baldur's Gate reeks of blood, crime, and opportunity. One can easily fathom why pirates and traders are drawn to this place like flies to a carcass. Following the river farther east would eventually lead you to El Turel, capital of the Holy Land of Elturgard. Or, at least, that was the case until a few days ago. The flood of refugees from El Turel has gotten worse since news first arrived that the city had fallen. Everyone is saying Baldur's Gate is next, but no one truly knows who or what has claimed El Turel. The Patriarchs pay a mercenary army called the Flaming Fist to protect their interests in Baldur's Gate, and by extension, the city itself. The Flaming Fist has gained even more power since their charismatic leader, Baldur Ravengard, claimed the title of Grand Duke a few years ago. Apparently, Ravengard is missing. In his absence, the Flaming Fist has sealed the city's gates to staunch the flow of refugees. No one is allowed in or out. All of this was brought to your attention shortly after you were drafted by the Flaming Fist to help defend the city. Your orders, should you choose to obey them, are to speak to Captain Zaj at the Basilisk Gate, which pierces the city's eastern wall and takes its name from the various statues that rest in its niches and perch atop its battlements. Unseen beyond the sealed Basilisk Gate, a dirt road stretches through the outer city slums to the bridge known as the Worm's Crossing, then to the distant realms beyond. Dozens of Flaming Fist soldiers are trying to control an angry mob of commoners eager to leave the city. Armed with only a vague description of Captain Zaj, a tall man with long black hair and a leather eye patch, it takes you a while to find him. As you arrive at the Basilisk Gate, a fight breaks out between the soldiers and commoners. You finally spot the one-eyed captain as he wades into the fray and begins throwing punches. Ha! Just another day in the City of Blood. So you guys get to the gate and there's commoners like pushing at the gates. Let us out! Let us out! And you hear like banging coming from the other side of the gate. And you can tell there's like a line of these heavily armored, what I can only describe as peacekeepers, standing there, trying to both keep people from getting in and keep people from getting out. And you see this big burly guy with an eye patch is like wading through the crowd and throwing punches. And this is the guy, Captain Zaj, that you were sent here to find.
Captain Zaj?
Zaj. Z-O...
Not Zod.
Nope. Zaj.
Who's taking notes this campaign?
I mean, I always take my own notes.
Who's taking notes for everyone?
Boom, boom.
I'm really bad at
I
notes.
did the last 5 campaigns.
You see, as you guys are talking, these guys are fighting, and it's like turning into a mosh pit. And you see these guards getting thrown around as several of the commoners are fighting back. And you see one particularly burly. This guy must be a blacksmith or some other sort of tradesman. Catches Captain Zodge with a right hook, just completely off guard, and he gets punched, and he falls out of this circle of people and sprawls down at your feet. And you guys are now, like, the four of you are in a semicircle, sort of standing over this guy. And he looks up at you, and he's like,
Arias is going to step forward, kind of over him. He is going to cast. I'm already casting a spell.
ooh,
I just
wow.
think thaumaturgy can make a loud noise. Yes.
Yep.
You know, I'm just going to raise the volume of my voice.
Okay.
All right, so I'll cast thaumaturgy to raise the volume of Arias's voice, and he will say, "This is the watch. Break this up immediately."
And everyone is sort of like, whoa. They're like caught off guard for a second. And
Yeah, because it's like I'm right there and it's super loud.
And then they're like, oh, and you see some of the commoners that were standing by you they like cover their ears and they sort of like skulk off. They're like totally thrown off by this.
Okay.
Roll me an intimidation check.
All right. Int 14.
Yeah, you know that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say that was enough to break up the fighting, at least for now.
Yeah.
And you restore some semblance of order, and
Okay.
Upon doing so, Zodge stands up and like brushes himself off, and he's like, "Ha! That was an interesting trick. Well, you know, good to see you. You guys must be the ones that they were telling me about."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seems we are.
3 dwarves and a halfie. Okay. The refugee crisis has stoked fears that Baldur's Gate might suffer the same fate as El Turel, of which nothing remains but a hole in the ground. Apparently, our Grand Duke, Ulder Ravengard, was visiting El Turel on a diplomatic mission when the city was destroyed. Coincidence? I think not. And you can tell that this guy's like a total conspiracy theorist. Totally. The Knights of Eltugad call themselves Hell Riders. A few of them escaped the destruction and think we're somehow to blame for El Turel's downfall. What a bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers. We're arresting them on sight, but it's left us short-handed to deal with another problem. And for that, I need your help, which is why I asked for some of the adventurers and the watch to be conscripted to, give us a hand. And when he says give us a hand, you see it's kind of he's playing joke on the symbol of the Flaming Fist coat of arms, which you can see clearly emblazoned on his uniform, and it looks like this.
Okay, so he's part of the Flaming Fist.
Yes.
What was the guy's name? Zod?
Zodge.
Zodge. Like Z-O-D-G?
Like E-G-E.
Yep.
Like a lodge with a Z. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. You got it.
Sorry.
So you see that clearly emblazoned on his uniform, and he reaches into a pocket and he pulls out 4 copper badges that each have the Flaming Fist coat of arms on them.
Oh.
And he begins to hand them out to you guys. And
Yeah,
he says,
Arias will proudly display this on his chest, right next to his regular badge.
he says, Baldur's Gate has long been plagued by followers of the Dead Three. You know, the gods Bane, Ball, and Merkel. I thought we wiped them out, but apparently not. These purveyors of fear and death are taking advantage of the current crisis to commit murder sprees throughout the city. As my appointed deputies in this matter, you'll have license to kill these wretches on sight. Find their lair, wipe them out. Eliminate anyone who gets in your way, and don't worry about the collateral damage. We'll deal with that. If you do what I say, I'll see that each of you receives 200 gold pieces, in addition to my gratitude, which, in my opinion, is worth considerably more. A few blocks from here is the Elf Song Tavern, and he points in a direction. He says, a spy named Tarina, that I know hangs out there, gathers rumors for the guild. She owes me a favor, so tell her you work for me. Ask her what she knows about the Dead Three, and for the love of Baldur, be nice. Tarina's got some dangerous friends.
All right.
Thank you for all your help, for all
Yeah,
your help, friend.
yeah, don't mention it. Just get a move on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what are you guys doing? Arias is gonna probably just start promptly going.
I say we follow him.
Do you only
Oh,
get
can
2 cantrips, Andrew?
Yes.
Oh,
It's Druid.
I thought druids had more than 2.
You'll get another one at when you
Third level, I
when
believe.
you get a circle,
Ah, okay.
or when you choosing Circle of the Land gives you a second or a third cantrip. Yeah, druids have like the least number of cantrips.
Oh,
But you'll choose your circle at second level, I believe.
I think
Or is it
starts
third?
with that or third. I
It's
don't
either
remember.
I think it's third.
It might be third. Okay.
Either way.
Are you guys gonna head over in the direction that he told you? Great. First,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
see why not.
Great. First crisis averted. You actually went the correct way. So now I don't have to hunt
Yeah.
you down and kill you. Okay.
Ah!
all right, Strahd.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and hand them out. I will keep. Well, how many can we hand out? If it creates 10, so some people are gonna get less than others.
Yep.
Right. Or some people can get more than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So you guys see the cityscape of Baldur.
You each get 2.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'll
you
keep
see the cityscape of Baldur's Gate. You walk down a dark street away from the Basilisk Gate where you met Captain Zaj. The smell of refuse and brackish water fills your nostrils as you meander down the encroaching corridors. Regardless of whether or not you are a newcomer to these streets, your recent encounter incites the stark realization that this city has earned its moniker. Volathamp once wrote that the taverns in the City of Blood are hard on the stomach, especially when someone sticks a knife in there. You, as adventurers, have learned to keep your wits about you. Now more than ever, with evil lurking these streets, the dark secret that binds you together sits heavily like a mountain on your minds. For when you fell, a member of the guild, it is only a matter of time before you find the peril of its members lurking behind every corner. Okay.
So here's a question:
Yeah.
do we know each other's involvement in it?
Yeah.
Have we've all talked about it, and we're all like in cahoots.
You guys know each other, and you are bound together by this. Whether or not you guys regularly interact in normal everyday life is one thing that you guys can decide for yourself. You guys all are aware of this murder that occurred, and that all of you were involved in it.
Yeah. I think like at least the dwarves will probably know each other from worship. If
On that note, I've got to ask you guys to do me a few solids. So first and foremost, there was a lot of exposition, but
Yeah.
there were a few things that came up during that exposition. So, anyone who is a cleric, roll me a religion check to let you know what you know of the Dead Three.
yeah.
Fred, did
Oh,
I set
man.
up the skills properly?
Give me 1 sec.
Oh, I got a 17.
They should be.
Yeah, this is gonna be a heck of a deal. Figuring this out for the first couple of.
It's all
Yeah.
good. Okay, both of you will know somewhat some information of the Dead Three. Ulfgar not as much, because you were raised in a primarily um, dwarven settlement, so you know the dwarven pantheon a little bit better. But Arias, you've spent enough time with the City Watch and have spent
Yeah.
enough time around humans to know somewhat more of these gods. So this is what I'll tell you of Bane, Baal, and Merkel. Let's start with Bane. I'm going to share this with you guys and put it in everyone's
Oh, it's sharing.
thing.
Bane, nice.
Bane. Bane was the evil and malicious greater deity of fear, hatred, and tyranny, and ruler of Banehold. Preferring to plot and scheme, Bane rarely appears to act in a direct manner. Instead, he acts through his worshippers and other various agents. His ultimate goal is to eventually control all of Faerun. When summoned, it has been said, when his avatar, as it has been said, that he has a rather shadowy appearance with a resemblance of dark armor and his telltale dark gauntlet. He emanates an aura of vast power and cruel intelligence. Baal. Here's what you know about Baal.
It's life.
Yeah.
Baal is
Baal
life.
is life.
And here's the holy symbol of Baal that you've probably seen on the cover of Descent into Avernus.
Mm-hmm.
Baal and Baldur's Gate have a storied history. Okay, Baal.
Wait,
Lord
pronounced Bayhall?
Yeah, it's Baal.
Hey, Hall.
Yeah.
The Lord of Murder was a god of death who favored murders that are carried out through violent and or ritualistic means. Originally a mortal of Toril, Baal ascended to godhood along with Bane, the Lord of Tyrants, and Merkel, the Lord of the Dead. The trio took on the portfolio of the ancient deity Jurgal and came to be known as the Dead Three. Jagari worshippers knew Baal as Nyangushigampo.
But they decided that ball is way easier to say.
No, yeah. The Lord of Murder is feared throughout all of Faerun, especially on the island realm of the Moonshaes. Despite this shared dread throughout the realms, the exact nature of what the Lord of Murder had power over is contested amongst sages and scholars. In his best incarnation, he might have taken strength in violently punishing murderers and warmongers. Challengers of this notion insist that he judged whether a murder was righteous or not. Another ideal propagated that Baal spawned his half-mortal children, who had spawned on Toril, who insisted that he simply wants more murder. We can talk about that a little bit later. Baldur's Gate has an interestingly storied history with the Baal spawn. And Merkul, the least well understood of the three dead gods. Merkul, also known as the Lord of Bones, the Lord of the Dead, and the Reaper, is the god of the dead in the Faerunian pantheon. He was originally a mortal man, a necromancer named Merkul Bey Al-Kursi, who ascended to godhood alongside Baal, the god of murder, and Bane, god of fear, hatred, and tyranny. Merkul's portfolio and his home, the Bone Castle, were both usurped by the mortal Cyric, and later passed on to the ascended Kelemvor.
Both good books, by the way.
Yeah, very good books. So Cyric killed Merkul during, I believe it was during the time of Troubles. So very interesting. He's not worshipped so much as he is dreaded and even blamed for the natural difficulties that accompany growing old and increasing in age. So that is what you know of the Dead Three. The next thing, anyone who is native to Baldur's Gate, or who's from here, which I would say is probably...
I think Arias is from, it says...
Arias?
Small home in Baldur's Gate, yeah.
I would say just Arias.
Yep.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. I got an 8.
Oh, that's not so great. But I'll tell you some stuff that you do know. So you know where the Elf Song Tavern is. It's pretty easy for you because you're from here. And what you know of the Elf Song Tavern is that it's sort of a rough and tumble place. But what it's known for, and why it's famous, is that there are rumors that at random intervals, there is a disembodied female elven voice that sometimes will sing these like really beautifully melodic dirges or these songs that are all about like unrequited love and love lost at sea. These like really sad love songs and love ballads, I guess. And the voice just sort of comes out of nowhere, but it's very pleasant to listen to.
Okay.
So it draws a lot of visitors for that reason, because people will love to go there and just like sit there and they stay a while and they hope that they get to hear the song.
Yeah, okay.
So it's actually a pretty popular place. So you guys head over to the Elf Song Tavern.
Yeah, I mean, if Arias knows the way, he'll probably lead the way.
Okay. In the distance, you see a 2-story building, the outward facade of which is large and elegantly built, though somewhat dilapidated. The nearby buildings seem to shy away from its form despite the pleasant smells that waft toward you from its tall central chimney. As you approach, you swear that you hear what sounds like a female voice coaxing you to come closer. Standing on either side of the front door, you see a large suit of armor that seems oddly out of place, as well as a large and gruff-looking female half-ogre. Give me a moment, and let's
Half-ogre?
let's change up the map.
How the hell is a half ogre allowed in this city, but orcs aren't?
We got our first map, my dudes.
Racism, am I right?
Might be part of the Flaming Hand.
Racism at its finest.
Or the Brothers of Steel?
You might be right, friend.
The Brothers of Steel.
Maybe. Orcs are basically super mutants.
Yeah.
Why is this?
That voice.
That's hilarious. Okay,
Nice.
so you guys arrive at the Elf Song Tavern, and you guys should, let me see if I put you on the correct map.
There's the half ogre and a suit of armor?
Yep.
Or it's in the armor?
And a suit. You should be able to see. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Global illumination.
I am blind.
Let me give everyone vision.
I have no eyes, yet I must see. Wait, that's not how it goes.
No vision.
It's monkey see, monkey do.
Come on. Edit. I need to be able to edit your token. Edit your tokens!
Don't touch my token.
Edit your tokens, kid. Hold on, I might need to refresh. I'm refreshing. We're refreshing. Come on, roll 20.
Ah!
You could do this. I believe in you.
I'll refill my drink then. I'll be right back.
We are refreshing. We can do this.
Well, on that note, Anthony, I'm super glad you like it.
I think
Oh my god, I've been talking and I've been muted.
I didn't realize you were trying to talk. I couldn't hear anything.
What is my tool proficiency as a hill dwarf? Do I get brewers, masons, or smith supplies?
Honestly, I would have preferred that you got like alchemic or herbalism or whatever.
Jake?
What?
But like that would have to be a house rule.
So when you're a hill dwarf, you get a tool proficiency, which is brewers, masons, or smiths. But he's saying like herbalism, or what's the other one you said?
The herbalism one, or I think there's...
You get herbalism as a druid.
There's brewer's tools, there's mason's tools, and some other things that originally come with the dwarf one.
Take brewer.
Yeah.
You get herbalism as a druid anyways.
Yeah.
Then
Do
just
I don't think
take
I
druid.
do.
I think you
You
do
definitely
actually
do.
get the proficiency in Druid. I wasn't too worried about it because
You
I
do.
thought it was covered.
There
Perfect.
you go.
Yeah,
you
so
guys,
you should be fine.
you guys
I
should
hope.
all have
Or
sight.
the other one would be the alchemic.
No, I don't know what the heck's up.
I have sight on my token, but it
No,
is
I
a
see-
black box.
No, I see what's up. What's going on is
Oh.
that they drew a black box around the whole map. So,
You drew a black box. You put the entire map in a box. What have you done?
map in a box.
Make sure you cut a
at the
hole
Map in a
in
box,
the box.
girl. It's a map
I'm gonna
in a
try
box.
something, I think, with this campaign.
A map in a box, girl. 'Cause I'm wise enough to know when a gift is given. Okay.
I haven't played with my cat yet today, and she is going nuts.
Hey!
Oh my god!
Hey, that is dirty. Watch your dirty, dirty mouth. Kidding. It was a joke.
Okay, I'm actually gonna try something, I think, this campaign, and I'm gonna use D&D Beyond for everything but
Bulls?
health.
Interesting.
I can do all the D&D Beyond things. Like, I can roll, like, a spell. I can just send the spell card, or I can do the attack
Whoa,
card.
you're sending this from
D&D Beyond, yeah.
to Roll20?
I'm back.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I'm
What?
sending this. Yep, I'm sending this. Like, some
played-
things I have to do, like Healing
What do
Word,
you
I'm gonna
do?
have to roll. Oh. Yeah, I like some things I'm gonna have to do, but I can send most things through D&D Beyond. So I'm gonna try that I just can't do
Say
health,
what?
obviously.
Yeah, interesting. Very,
I
very.
Anthony
can
is a
send
time
my-
traveler from the future.
I'm sending like this right here. I'm sending that from D&D Beyond
Into Roll20. Very cool.
How?
into Roll20 through a plugin.
Oh,
Very cool. Very, very cool. We'll see.
So I'm
how
gonna
that-
try it.
We'll see how that
It's
works
I
gonna
out.
thought it
mess
was
up.
official.
No.
Okay. Well, you guys get to the front of this tavern, and you see this half ogre and this suit of armor.
A half ogre. So, do they have any like logos on their chests?
No,
or...
they're just standing there on either side of the door. There's a door. There's a tavern door.
Well, we're here to meet someone, so
You guys are just hanging out, and as you guys are standing
yeah.
there, someone just walks straight out of the doors and just walks back out onto the street, sort of.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
teetering
Arias
back and forth.
is just gonna walk in.
okay. So you guys are going to walk in to the tavern.
Yeah.
Go inside.
That is a big being.
Yeah,
I did not know they were allowed in the city.
Lots of things are, man.
What would Arias know of the laws about this? Because he would know the law of like the personages one, the undesirables.
There's nothing that explicitly states ogres are not allowed in the city.
Okay.
Although orcs are, so it's like a weird gray area. But you know,
It's a weird gray area.
You're
yeah.
also what you know. You're also in the lower city.
Oh, we're in
so-
the lower city. Okay, yeah. So it's a little more lax here.
Yeah, so there's some differences that you would know between the upper city and the lower city. So the upper city is
Yeah.
where the patriarchs live. That's sort of like the nice part of the city. It's where the wealthy people live. The other thing that's interesting about the upper city versus the lower city is that the lower city and the upper city, the watch works in both places. The watch
Yeah.
is paid for by is sort of like paid for by the town or by the city. It's this normal city watch, right? Your normal city
Yeah.
guards. The Flaming Fist is paid for by the patriarchs exclusively, and they typically only operate either in the upper city as a private mercenary guard or on behalf of someone from the upper city doing stuff in the lower city. The other thing that you know is that in the upper city, there are taxes associated with living in the upper city. And they tax so heavily that it's it can't be done for any reason other than to prohibit those who could not afford the tax from living in the upper city. They
To
basically
keep the riffraff out.
They basically tax people to keep the riffraff out. And if you can't afford the taxes, you can live in the lower city where they don't charge you taxes. There's no living tax. To live
So
in
it's
the
like
lower city.
California.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
So that's something that you would know. So the lower city definitely has more. It's a grungier, more gritty area of the city, for sure, 100%. So you guys come into the Elf Song Tavern. You guys get into the Elf Song Tavern and you walk in, and Arias, you might know. Give me.
I don't know if I would know this person
Well,
specifically.
give me a.
History check. Sorry.
Yeah, give me.
For old time's sake.
Just give me a straight up. Just give me a straight up intelligence roll.
Ooh. Is it high?
Yeah, it's 12.
Not that high.
It's 12.
That's
That's
a
good.
12.
That's good. So, you, because you're a city watch person, you've probably been called a few times to break up some fights. You know a couple things. One, the guards here, or the people standing outside, and the people who work here are notorious for not getting involved in fight. This is pretty much a general rule for taverns in and around Baldur's Gate. The guards at the tavern are not there to guard the patrons. They're there to guard the merchandise and the employees. So if a fight breaks out, they're not helping you.
Yeah, okay.
You could get stabbed and be bloody on the floor, and they're going to say, get that rabble out of here. And that's kind of it. The other thing that you know with the 12 is you know that the person who runs this particular establishment is a gentleman by the name of Alan Alith. And that he is right over there behind the bar.
Behind the bar here?
Yep. Alan Alith is standing behind the bar, and you see a couple of other young guys walking around taking orders, delivering drinks, food to tables. They're sort of meandering about, milling about, talking to people. That's what you know. You don't know what their names are, but you know Alan Alith. Like you've seen him before. That's what you see. You guys see a number of people just sort of milling about in this tap room.
I'll take a look around and realize I actually don't know the person that we're looking for. And I'll side back to the group and be like, do you guys know who we're looking for?
Yes, I believe he said Torina.
I don't know this person.
Well, you brought us here. Do you have a plan for why we're here in this particular bar? Should we talk to somebody?
Go talk to the barkeep, and I'll go up to the barkeep.
I'll join him.
Slide through these people.
Okay.
Hey
there. Well, welcome to the Elf Song Tavern. What can I get you? I'm sorry to inform you that we probably don't have something that's nearly as strong as what you're used to drinking. I know you're kind. Plenty of good dwarves around here, but they tend to think that our drink's a little bit weak. How can I help you?
Arias will say, none for me. I'm on duty. Could I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. More than happy to help someone of the watch.
I'll lean in and kind of get him close so we don't have to like. I'll hop up on the bar stool. So I'm short.
Okay.
And I'll try and whisper to him, because I mean this person is supposed to be a spy, so I don't know how like known this person wants to be.
Okay.
Did Zodge say that this spy was working for the Flaming Hand?
Zodge told you that she is an informant of his.
Oh, so like he just knows this
He,
lady.
he knows this chick, and that's what he knows of her.
Yeah. So I'm going to lean in and say, Captain Zodge said us as the Flaming Hand. We're looking for someone named Tarina.
Oh, Tarina, I know her. Mean Baldur's Bones player. Mean Bones player. Yeah, she's actually here. She's upstairs, probably playing Bones at one of the tables upstairs. We run a mean game.
All right.
Gambling
That's,
is legal here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least it's not illegal.
It's not illegal. It's
So
legal.
yeah. What is my coinage? Not that much. So I'll slap a couple silvers his way.
Oh,
Thanks.
mighty
'Cause
generous of you. And he
I know.
takes them
I know. It's
pockets.
nice.
Well,
Yeah, it's generous. I'm like, sorry for not buying. Maybe come in after the job.
Well, if you're paying this well to not buy, I'd love to see what you're gonna spend on the bar tab. If you need anything, let Ymir or Felton, let them know. They're more than happy to
Did
help
you almost say give me your phone number?
No. Ymir and Fulton.
Ymir
And he
Fulton.
points to the two young men that are working in the bar with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
they wait tables for me. They're bus boys.
Yeah. I'll wave the guys over and like she's got to be upstairs playing some games. And I'm just gonna go straight there.
Cool.
No nonsense.
No nonsense. So you go up the stairs. Is anyone
Oh
else?
boy.
Who else is going?
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll go.
Why is your token always upside down, dude?
Always.
It's Anthony.
That's true.
It is.
Anthony is upside down.
So you guys.
He plays all his characters upside down too.
Because my rolling is the way it is.
Well, maybe you should put your character back.
Fair enough, dude.
Done it since Ola Hand.
No.
Okie doke. So you guys find yourself upstairs, and you see a number of individuals that are sitting around this tables, rolling some dice. You see this human guy here. He looks like a rough and tumble sort of sailor. He's got no eyebrows. It's very strange. You see there's a halfling in here. There's another human. Surprisingly enough, there is a half-orc. You also see a human and another halfling.
Sorry, girl.
Yeah.
Still don't know who we're looking for. Can I?
And you
determine...
also see a Give me 1 moment. You are in E7. You're up in here. There's a bunch of lit rafters. So actually, the other thing that's really cool about the Elf Song Tavern is they've got these cool floating lanterns. So you come up to the second level, and there's these cool floating lanterns that are lit, and they appear to be sort of floating in thin air. There's rugs covering the wooden floor, and you see one of the individuals that looks like a maybe mid to late 20s, super dark, rugged, very like jet black hair, pulled back into like a tight braid. This woman who is rolling some dice, and she exclaims, "Ha ha! Nice!" And she slams her hand down on the table and like starts scooping some money back towards herself. She's sitting right here.
I believe that is our woman.
Let's go introduce
I think
ourselves.
Irias is intimidated by this lady.
Ulfgar is not intimidated at all. Sits
Nope.
down. So what are we playing?
Ah, who are you? We're playing Baldur's Bones. Wouldn't you know? Hi,
What?
I'm Tarina. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna
Pleased to meet you. I'm Ulfgar.
She shakes your hand.
Ulfgar Battlehammer.
Nice to meet you, Ulfgar Battlehammer. Don't really care what your name is, so long as you're happy to be losing your money. Ha ha ha! Want to play some bones?
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
I will join you guys.
Give me
Might
one
as well.
second. There are rules for playing Baldur's Bones. Let me see if I can find them.
Do we know why the hell
I
there's
think
a
it's
half
like-
orc in here?
You don't?
No.
Like, is this a reputable establishment?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is-
fairly.
Is Baldur's Gate a reputable place?
I think Baldur's Bones is very close to Dead Man's Bones.
Which is?
Kind of. Actually,
It's the game they were playing in
let's see.
Pirates of the Caribbean, where it's
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Actually, I believe so. I remember how to play Baldur's Bones.
or blind man's bone or something like that.
Okay, so
It plays a little bit like Yahtzee.
Baldur's Baldur's
bit.
Bones
Well,
plays
not
a
really.
lot more like
Go to Yahtzee.
it's
Yahtzee.
no, it's blackjack. It's blackjack with dice.
Oh,
So
okay.
everyone goes around. You ante
Ah.
in. You ante in 2 copper. So everyone antes in 2 copper, and you roll, and it is 3d6. So you roll 3d6, and everyone sees everyone's initial hand, and then you can choose to continue to roll dice until you get as close to 21 as possible. Yeah, so here, I'm going to show
Gotcha.
show it to you guys. Here you go, I found it.
So the highest you can get is 18?
Yeah, Baldur's Bones is a popular dice game in the Tavern's Baldur's Gate. Every player requires several 6-sided dice. The rules are as follows. Everyone puts the agreed ante in the pot. Here, it's 2 copper. Each player rolls 3 dice. Play then proceeds clockwise, with the host of the game going last. On their turn, a player can choose to stand or roll. If a player stands, the next player can take a turn. Player who rolls takes an additional dice and rolls it. If the total of the dice exceeds 21, they bust and are out of the game. Otherwise, they can keep rolling additional dice until they either stand or break. After everyone has had their turn, the highest point total under 21 or exactly 21 wins the game and takes the pot.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
So the only question I have, and it may be, is if I roll 3 dice and I roll again, who rolls? It's just 1 additional die.
No, you can keep rolling. You can keep it's just like blackjack.
Right, but so you do 3d6, and then if you want to roll again on your next turn,
roll
is
one-
it just
it's
one?
one
Oh,
die.
okay, one
It's just-
d,
you
one
roll-
die.
you
Okay,
continue to roll 1d6 at a time until you want to stand.
okay.
And the score is cumulative?
Yep.
Okay.
I like it. I'm
Okay,
in.
Okay.
So she rolls, she takes her dice, she goes, I'm going first, I'm on a hot streak. She rolls her dice, gets a 7. She's like, boom! Next is Ulfgar.
So you roll 3d6?
Yep.
Alright, Morden. Show me those flames.
14, that's not bad.
Wow.
It's not bad at all.
Frick.
What's up?
Okay. This guy
Not yet.
there's another guy. So you guys happen to sit at the table that has the half orc. He's sitting here and he's next. He's like, my turn. He's got this weird laugh, dude. He's got a really strong jaw. And he just he's this big jovial guy. And he rolls.
Is he a half orc?
Yep, totally a half orc.
Okay.
He rolls a 10. Okay.
there any chance we could roll real dice, or have to roll and roll 20?
Roll and roll 20, so we can see what you're.
Alright. I got my Gen Con dice tray right in front of me.
I could go grab mine.
Yeah! Such a good buy.
It was, dude.
They lied. They said they were only going to make 2,000 of them. There was way more than that.
Yeah, but there was just 2,000 in that one booth.
Who's rolling?
I think Chad.
You didn't say my name.
It is whoever is playing as Alwyn. So I guess it's Chad.
That's me.
That's Jonathan.
Alright. Oh. Okay. I got 3D dice on, so that was weird for me.
That a boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach across and cast guidance on him. Morden's looking up on you.
I don't know if you guidance dice.
No, I'm guidancing my friend Alwyn, who just rolled.
Got it. Got it. Next is this other person who's a human. This is the human guy who has no eyebrows. He's gonna roll.
He has no eyes?
Got no eyebrows.
Oh.
He rolls a 13.
What happened to your eyes, friend? You got too close to the heat?
No, you know, the ocean air. Sometimes it has an interesting effect on the body.
That is weird. I wouldn't know this.
And
It does, man. It does.
You know, and then he takes like a long swig from a big flagon, and he's definitely slurring his words.
Okay.
It's definitely seawater.
Yeah, just he's
That's what he's
killing
thinking.
himself slowly. Yeah, Alwyn bundles himself up more.
Brahmadin. Brahmadin, it is your turn. One of the things that Alwyn would know.
Way to go!
5. Okay. One of the things that Alwyn would know is that in Baldur's Gate, it is illegal to cover your face. Well, it's illegal to hide.
It's
your
illegal
face.
to like hide it, like
your identity.
to authority.
Yeah.
To authority, at least.
Like
right?
if a guard comes up to you and is like, "Hey, show me your face," you have to show him your face.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he normally? I didn't make this character, obviously. Does he
Yeah.
normally cover his face?
Probably.
Because he's cold.
Like the covering of the face is really only for like dirt and wind and stuff.
Yeah.
So if it's not windy or dirty, he probably won't.
Okay.
Totally fair. Okay, so now we go back around. Now it's Tarina's turn. She's like, with a 7, I'm gonna roll again. So she's gonna keep rolling. So 7. Total of 7. What? This makes no sense. I'm just gonna roll d6s. So she got an 8, and then she's gonna roll again. That's a 14. She's gonna roll again. 17. She's gonna roll again. Ah! Damn it! She busts. Ulfgard, it's your turn.
Well,
You got a 14.
So doesn't it go round by round basis?
No,
though?
no, you roll around once, and then you can keep going.
Okay.
It's just like blackjack. Everyone gets dealt their cards.
thank you,
and then
Morden.
and then you keep hitting or whatever until you're happy. So that
I think
it's 19.
I'll stand on that.
Okay.
Oof.
So it is Wall's turn. Wall is going to. He's gonna roll. He had a 10. Then he's got an 11. He's got 15. 21.
Fuck! Says my character. Well, that is unfortunate.
Well played, friend.
Well, you might be able to push. So, Alwyn, it is your turn. You had 11.
So I didn't have copper pieces. Did they offer change?
Yeah, sure.
Because all I have is gold.
Yeah, like
I'll let you break a gold into 100 copper.
Okay.
Just break it into 100 copper. Smash it open, dude.
Let me. Yeah.
It's in there.
Or Alwyn's like, I don't know this currency, and puts a gold coin on the table.
oh
No! Oh god, not the foreigners.
I'll let you break it up. You can do like 5 silver and 50 copper, or however you want to break it up.
Okay. I broke it into
I give
100.
you
so
all
I
metal.
make-
What?
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. It's like no metal.
So okay, that worked.
Okay. So it's 14. Okay, are you gonna keep rolling? Oh, there it is. Okay, 20.
Okay.
You gonna roll again?
I have to.
Okay.
Come
Wait,
on,
have-
channel my inner Anthony. Fuck.
Nope. Okay, that's a bust. Alwyn busts.
Oh man.
Scraldar's turn. Scraldar is going to roll. Scraldar has now 18. Scraldar's like, I gotta roll again. Scraldar busts.
Bust.
24. Now it's Bromidon. Bromidon, it is your turn. You can potentially save the day.
You're at 5.
I really hope so. So I have 5.
You're at 5.
So yeah, it's no bueno. 5, and then that would be 8.
Okay.
That'd be 13,
Okay. 14.
14,
17.
17,
Looking good.
18,
Oh my god.
No!
19, 20.
You win.
Everyone, as you were rolling, everyone kept inching closer and closer and leaning over the table in anticipation. And
Yeah.
and you roll that final, like the die clatters and click, click, click. 5. Everyone's like, no! And the half orc is like, it was nice playing with you guys. And he puts his big burly arms on the table and just slides the copper towards himself. And Trina's like, damn. Oh well. Can't win them all. She's like, so, she turns to Ulfgar. She says, so, you said your name was Ulfgar.
Aye. And you are
Tarina.
Serena. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. That was a mighty riveting game of Bones. What brings you to the Elf Song Tavern?
I think we're here on business, actually.
Oh, cool. What kind of business?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
Well, Zodge sent us.
I
Zodge,
mean,
yes.
it was just yeah.
Oh,
But-
how's that bristly bag of burrs doing?
Arias is gonna laugh a little bit. His face is a little flatter.
Well,
Alwyn's going to blow his pipe of smoke monsters and make a shape of a snake.
Hey, no profane imagery.
whoa! What are you guys? So Zodge sent you. So how's he doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's asking you guys how Zodge is doing.
Yeah, Arias is gonna laugh and make his joke about his face being flat and just
Oh, got it.
he got punched in the face.
Ah, got it. Joke didn't land, but at least you tossed it out there. Well, good. Well,
Mhm.
what do you send you? What do you need? I assume that if he sent you here, then clearly he wants some information from me. Come on,
Oh, God.
let's go and talk over this way. And she'll lead you over to this door.
Oh, that's the shill? Is she a
Yeah.
dwarf?
No, that's the token that they give her.
Damn.
That's who you're here to find, though. She'll
All right.
She'll like walk up to the door, knock on it, and put an ear to it and listen. There's no one in there. She's like, "Okay, we can talk in here." And she'll open the door.
What did he say we were gonna get a hand from? I didn't really catch that part.
What's up?
What did Zodge say that he needed a hand with?
Stopping the Colts from the...
Oh, the cults.
Yeah,
The
it was
Colts.
the Dead 3.
Right.
What race is this?
She's human.
Excellent. Alwyn, as she walks by Alwyn, he will druid craft a flower and give it to her.
Oh, that's so sweet. She takes it. She lays it on the. She just like puts it on the table as she walks in and like completely forgets about it.
Excellent.
She just like walks in the table in the room, puts the flower on the table, sits down, leans back in the chair, puts her feet up on the chair, and says to you guys, your friends coming in here, or are we gonna leave the door open all day?
Is that omen drawn on the bottom?
What?
Mhm.
The guy on the bottom of the table, the human, and the...
Yeah.
Is that omen drawn?
No. That's just a
Okay.
generic. That's the generic. I don't remember what. That is
Right.
the generic
Generic cleric.
image for thug.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Who's this half-elf dude?
The halfling.
I don't know. He might have his
Halfling.
face covered.
That halfling is this like apothecary. This person is just like sitting on like a lounge chair on like a little mini sofa, and he's just smoking from a pipe. And he just eyes you as you go by, and he gives you like a curt nod, and he's just like, seems very nice.
He has a lazy boy?
No, there's like a little sofa there.
Oh, okay.
I'll offer some of my pipe tobacco to him.
Oh,
And maybe there's a custom of exchanging pipe tobacco. I don't know.
well, thank you very much, sir.
It is from the deserts of my homeland. I believe you will like it.
Interesting. And he's wearing like a very colorful cape, and he's like, well, I make it known to at least introduce myself to someone who's a friend. And he reaches out to shake your hand. He goes, I'm Willow Brownbug.
Oh, nice to meet you, Willow. My name is Alwyn.
You hear from the other room this woman, and now she's like yelling. She's like, get the fuck in here!
Yeah.
I'll take it and just rush in the room.
And she like gets up and she walks over and she slams the door. She's
Oh,
like,
you slammed the door on.
she like closes it behind you. She's like, damn! Y'all take...
What are you dilly-dallying for?
I was like, what are you doing? You said that you wanted to come here to talk to me. You take 5,000 minutes to talk to every other fucking person in the bar. What do you want? What does Zodge, that Injit, say that he needs help with? What are you coming to me for?
He needs help. I don't know, suppressing some cults.
Oh, what do you think I know about cults? I'm not involved in any cult activity. And
Nope.
you see her eyeing,
Can I roll insight as
Sure.
they're just ranting?
sure. You see her eyeing Arias.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Never mind.
I'm suspicious as to whether or not she knows, as well.
Oh, she definitely knows something.
Yeah.
But she's definitely.
Oh god, yeah,
You guys know. You guys were sent here to talk to her.
yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna try and be diplomatic, even though he's not very good at it. Rice is gonna be like, we're not saying you're part of some cult. We just say maybe you
Might be
heard
interested
of
in
some
stopping
activity
one.
around. Or that, yeah.
I bet.
Because helping us goes a long way.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Okay. I got a 5.
Okay.
I told you he's not very good.
You have better luck negotiating with the rabble out there, and they're half drunk out of their minds. Well,
It's
listen.
easier to shout at someone than talk to them.
Listen, Zaj has helped me out more times than I can count, and I kind of owe the idiot one, but I don't know y'all a damn thing. So, if you want my help, you're gonna have to do something for me.
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
Fair enough. So I heard a rumor, and she kicks back, and she really leans into it. She's like, let's just say I used to be involved with some unsavory folk, and leave it at that. Let's also say that I heard a rumor that these individuals have tracked me here to Baldur's Gate. I'll help you if you help me deal with them. Stay here at the Elf Song Tavern with me for a couple days. Shouldn't take much longer than that. And if they show up, help me kill them all. You help me get rid of them, I'll tell you what I know.
Urias looks at the other two and says, "Well, we can protect them if we can protect you if they try to kill you, but we're part of the watch here."
Well, damn do-gooders. Fine. You do your protecting stuff. Protect me. If they raise a... From what I know of y'all and your practices, it's my understanding that murder is,
Well, yeah, sorry. I thought that is what I meant to say, is we can protect you,
totally
but we will
fine.
not seek out and kill these people.
Totally fair.
Or at least I won't.
Fair enough. Because I know for a fact that they will seek out and attempt to kill me. So as soon as they draw their blades, if you're willing to help out, I'm good with that. It's good enough for me. So we have an agreement, and she spits in her hand and goes to shake your hand.
Yeah, I mean, Arias looks at the other... well, I don't know where... Yeah, there he is. Arias will look at the other three. They're like, what do you guys think?
Ramadin just puts his hand in there and said, "Whatever you say, boss."
I think we have a deal.
Cool. So she'll shake your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's...
Wait, we said we weren't gonna kill the cult?
No, that we will assist in defending this person against
so
it.
she knows something, but I couldn't get it out of her.
They want a shield,
She wants a shield, yeah.
and we're gonna give them one.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll get back to this, and then we'll continue with the second half of the Elf Song Tavern. Give me...
I'm just gonna do
take
a bunch of rolls
Sounds good. We'll
to
take
see
a
if
quick,
everything works.
quick
You gonna get
intermission.
some water?
We'll be right back. Grab
Okay.
some water and stuff.
You gonna flush out the nat ones?
No, I want to
There we go. Is that better? Audio's back?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It
Wow.
Welcome
is.
back.
Audio is off. Okay. So, thanks for the heads up. So what happened was the adventurers came back after talking to Tarina, and they've just sort of been hanging out around the bar for a few hours, and I asked everyone to make a perception check. So over the course of a couple hours or a few hours that you've been hanging out in here, you've heard chatter from people downstairs or even from the people that are up here wandering around. You've heard one guy was like, "Hey, I'll bet you my last copper piece those so-called refugees are advanced scouts for an army that's preparing to attack Baldur's Gate." Some conspiracy theorist guy.
Oh,
You heard
Judge.
another person that was like, "The Flaming Fist is decapitated. The captains have already started bickering over who's going to be in charge with older Ravengard gone." There's just like this sense of discontent and like worries going on. You hear another person say, "With Ravengard out of the way, who's going to be the next Grand Duke, I wonder? My money's on Thalamra Van Thamper. Practically born in the sewers, she was. More vicious than a swarm of rats." So you just hear like all of these different people talking about different things. And then some time goes by, and there's like an odd, eerie quietness to the tavern, as like it sounds like all of the sounds of the ambient sort of environment are dulled down a little bit, and you hear what sounds like a whooshing sound. It's kind of like the wind is blowing, and it seems like you guys are at this point. You guys are downstairs, and it's everyone's sort of looking around with this telling, like knowing glance. Like there's some people who are like completely oblivious, and other people are smiling now, and there's some people who are like nodding, like yeah. And you hear a melodic song that begins, and the song starts out as this like really somber like and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, the elf song's starting." And you everyone roll me a perception check
Oh boy, here
What
we
was
go
What
again.
was the first perception check for?
to see if you overheard
No,
something
oh
in the
yeah.
bar.
Oh yeah.
Ho ho!
And it was to see how many pieces of information you guys got when you were overhearing things.
Anthony, why does it say Brahmin and Lutger again under perception?
I think it's because of the Roll20 plugin,
Got
the
it.
Okay.
D&D Beyond Roll20 plugin.
Very cool.
I'm loving it. It's fantastic.
It's awesome. Okay, so a couple of you, Ulfgar's like so caught off guard he doesn't notice, and neither does Alwyn. But Arias and Brahmadin, you both see Alan Alice's face, and something's off. Like he's got this weird look on his face, as if something is not right. And do any of you guys speak Elven?
I mean,
Aw.
I do.
Alwyn
Yeah.
does. Okay, so the
Alwyn
rest of you guys hear the words
No.
Olinda Yisong and Elturel, and Alu Woods are Armon. I Anar Dons no he Roina Cliffs, our fields Kalen our Saul. Sinan Dor en Longabiden Alase, Eska and I Beleg are Astald. Renowned at Ilia, Thar I realms, are never once I Dithang. Olinda Yisong and Elturel, ir foes na I he anan, he fields torn ed Cloventalwi, to low some infernal rost. Alris I beleg hell riders, sanada ele swift like swords. Son charge I hellish fray, are scattered devil hordes. Olinda Yisong and Elturel, are ire I night umalanta. Kaima Varna nuin companions me, tena I anoron uma yela. We're bound ed firmir covenant, Tanya tiela yasen death. Our ikotane weel linda and elturel, tenalai mitima breath. But, and
Amen.
importantly, I'm going to show this to so Alwyn hears the song but understands it, and I will let you be the one to read it out loud to everyone else.
Is it a song that I know? Like my
It's
people sing it?
nope, it is not a song that you
Okay.
know, but you can find under Chapter 1 handouts. You should be able to find the handout that says Elf Song.
You did share it, so I get to. I don't have to find it. I see it.
Yep.
Haha.
So you should be able to read that out loud for everyone.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a lot to read.
Yeah,
All
read
right.
it. Read it.
Yeah. Okay.
Alan's,
I'm not gonna.
Alan's face, by the way, seems like something's weird. Like this isn't normal.
I gotta read this in my voice. All right. Well, roughly translated, it would be a song of Elturel, of water, woods, and hill. The sun dawns on her ruddy cliffs and fields green and still. This land of long abiding joy, home of the strong and brave, renowned by all across the realms, and never once a slave. O song, a song of El Terrell. When foes are at her door, her fields torn by cloven feet, from shore, infernal shore. Arise, the mighty Hell Riders, take up your swift, keen swords. He pauses and smokes from his pipe. And then quickly hurries up because the song's going. Then charge into the hellish fray and scatter devil hordes. O song, a song of El Terrell. And when the night does fall, sleep safe beneath companion's light. Until the dawn does call, we're bound by mortal covenant. That is a weird word. Yes. The only end with that only ends with death, and so we'll sing of El Terrell. Oh, and one more. Until our final breath.
So all of you guys, roll me a history check.
I was gonna say, do I know what El Terrell is?
Elturel is the other city in Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah.
Near Baldur's Gate.
The one that just disappeared.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. History?
Yep.
Story. Oh, not so good.
Oh, baby!
Alwyn, way to carry us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was exactly the DC that you needed.
Oh, damn. Already?
Like, yep.
Yeah.
So, Alwyn, being the only person who knew the language and hearing the song, something about this really sparked something in your mind. You know a few things about this song. First, the companion referred to in this song, the word beneath companion's light. The companion is the name given to the artificial sun that burned over Elturel, protecting the city and its surrounding lands from undead. It was the reason why Elturel was considered a holy city, because undead were unable to accost it. Second, one of the other things that sparks something in your mind that you remember because you heard it when Captain Zodge said it earlier, and it wasn't super clear or apparent to you, but now it kind of is the word Hell Riders. So you remember that Captain Zodge used the term to describe the Knights of Elturel, but you remember the Hell Riders were so named long ago when they descended with the angel Zariel into the 9 hells on horseback to fight devils. However, most of them never returned. And it was sort of a namesake that carried on. The Knights of Elturel that fight against evil were named the Hell Riders. Most of them never returned. It's possible that one of the other patrons in here might know this bit of history. But you see some people who seem oblivious are like clapping. And some of the other people who had knowing faces on when this whole wind and sound and music thing started, their faces are kind of confused.
Mm-hmm. If so, Arias sees Alan, and he'll go up to Alan and be like, "My man, is this not what normally happens?"
No, that's a different song than she normally sings. So that was weird.
So she normally sings the same song every time.
Yeah, and it's not that one.
I don't think I've heard it before.
Neither
Eerie.
have I.
If that's all he's got, I've probably bought a couple of pints by now. If we're like just sitting here,
even when the spirit does sing other songs, it's really usually just minor variations of long lost lover ballads or whatever you want to call it. That was completely different. I've never heard anything like that. It's kind of disturbing.
seemed to be about Elturel.
Yeah, this must portend something not good. But whatever it is, rather have none of it. Oh well. I'll leave you to your drink. And he
Thank you.
he takes himself and he walks off to the side and starts cleaning a glass. And you hear him muttering under his breath to himself, Elturel. What's with all this Elturel business? It's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, it never is.
Okay, so you guys are taking some more time, and you guys go upstairs, and you're talking to Tarina. One of you guys makes a comment maybe about the song being different, and
yeah, I would have probably talked to her about it.
She's like, yeah, I don't know, I've never heard it any different than that. And you guys are talking and chatting it up for a few minutes, and all of a sudden you hear this commotion from downstairs. It's like banging and clattering on the door, like boom, 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 and you hear like someone like sort of kicks the door in, and these.
Are those your friends downstairs?
It would
What's all
sound
this
like
commotion?
party's about to start, boys.
Also, that's
boy.
very loud music.
Be ready. So you
Love
hear a group of individuals come in, and you hear someone say, Tarina! I'm calling you out, you bitch! And she's like, oh, ha! I was certain that it was, she says, I was certain it was going to be Captain Cesprin that was going to be coming for me himself. But that sounds like Leckard. By golly, if he didn't go and take himself a ship. Well, boys, hope you're ready for a fight. He's not a friendly one. You guys...
We'll have to see what he does first.
I cast all the magics.
Yes.
We
all
go
the
to
magic.
jails.
Can I ready a sacred flame?
Nope. We go to jail
All
forever.
right.
We not go to jail this time.
No jail.
No
No
jail
jail.
free.
If you guys are hanging out upstairs, you hear like the sound of like thick padded boots coming towards you guys. And up the stairs, you see walks this big burly guy, and he's got a couple of thugs with him.
They look exactly like her.
It's
Yeah.
the goons.
These big, you hear these motley humans sauntering into the tavern. This big guy, he's like this big brawny man with a cloudy right eye, a cruel sneer, and a pirate's swagger. The others seem to be an unsavory, rowdy bunch who act as if they own the place. And he comes upstairs, and as he rounds the corner, he goes, "We're looking for a friend of ours," says the dead-eyed man. Sniffs the air. Goes by the name of Tarina, or so I'm told. Loves to cheat at Baldur's bones. And you see he gives you this big, wide grin, and his teeth are rotted out.
So Arias is going to interpose himself between them
Okay?
and say authoritatively, he will attempt to say, "No, we won't have any scraps in here," and he'll display his watch badge.
Get her, boys. He spots Tarina behind you and says, "Get her." And I need you guys to do me a favor.
We're all gonna go down.
Another favor, Jake.
In a blaze of glory. Oh.
I need you to roll me initiative.
Got it.
All right,
Click
time
your
to see
token.
if D&D Beyond can roll initiative.
First initiative of the campaign, everyone.
Lamau.
Oh boy. Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the clerics are here.
I'm a
clerics.
cleric. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Cleric
Prepare to go
initiative.
last. Yeah, prepare to go last for the rest of the
And-
campaign.
And D&D Beyond works with initiative.
Did he?
Does it
Everybody better
actually-
be switching.
But does it actually add to the?
You click your token. I rolled a 15, and I have a 15 in the turn order.
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone in?
It's just easier to use the character sheet from Roll20 though.
I already built Fred's character in D&D Beyond, though.
Timer.
Oh, no way. You added a timer.
There's a timer.
120.
It's
So
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes. To take
Oh. Didn't say.
I like that.
I like a timer.
Okay. It is Deadeye's turn. Deadeye. What does Deadeye want to do? Do.
Dude, he's already at 90 seconds? Oh shit.
Hurry, Deadeye! You're running out of time.
You gotta know what you're doing before you go.
I gotta find.
Yeah,
his,
Deadeye. Can't believe you rolled for initiative so quickly.
Gotta find his character sheet.
What is it?
You gotta find his character.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
God.
we're allowed to defend ourselves, even though, like, violence is against the law, though, right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, we're not the one inside.
Also, we are technically part deputized by the Flaming Hand.
we were by the
so-
Fire Fist, right?
Which is weird because if you look at the soldier background,
Yeah.
you're part of the watch, but the flaming
Yeah, but
fist
that
as well.
yeah, like so the Flaming Hand is kind of like just a different thing.
What
yeah,
did,
no,
what
I
did they
find it funny.
Wait, so can we cast magic or no?
He is going.
Good to go.
Ooh.
He's going to punch you.
Missiles are a go.
He's gonna punch you in the face.
All right.
So he is gonna roll.
No weapons. Does he have weapons?
Yeah, he's got a nasty looking scimitar at his
Okay.
hip, but he's gonna just straight up punch you in the face.
I have one of these as well.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You're gonna take 3 points of damage, just like as
Oh
it
my
just
God.
clocks you right in the face.
Wow. I just rolled my physical dice, and I rolled a natural 20.
All right.
Bromadin, it is
Excellent.
your turn.
Bromadin is going back up a few steps and look and see at everybody. And if I cast Entangle real quick, can I only get like...
What's the radius?
It's a 20-foot square. So I'm just curious to
I'll
see,
let you-
like, can I only get like these
Yeah.
squares here and like
Yeah.
it crawls up the wall then?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Cool. So Entangle I am casting. Oops. Oh, that works now. Okay. So yeah, I'm casting Entangle, which everybody, a creature in the area has to do a strength saving throw or be entangled by the plant until the spell ends.
Ooh, boy.
Put him in a box.
Oh, it's gonna be the next 4-session fight.
Yeah.
I
Somebody
like
get a hold of
this. I
shots.
like this timer,
He's
man.
gonna wanna break his hand for this.
The first two guys. Oh, I don't like this. Hold on. So the
Wow.
captain. What's the DC?
The DC is 13.
Captain makes his save. One of the bandits makes his save, and the other one does not. So this guy fails his save.
Wrapped like a present.
All right, and that will end my turn.
Okay, hit that end turn button.
I don't actually see it. It's
You gotta click
nowhere.
your token. Click your token.
I am.
Click the upside down guy. And then click the top left of your screen.
Yeah, it's at the top left.
Good
of your
job.
screen. Okay, this,
I couldn't see it, but
this guy is
It's okay.
not. He's gonna pull out a blade and go right for Tarina. These guys. He is going to swing. 19 to hit. He will deal 6 points of slashing damage.
What the fuck?
Okay.
What
Okay.
the fuck, Richard?
So she looks the same as them.
Yep. But she looks bad
Hmm.
too.
Wait, this is her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has a
The one-
beard?
Yes, the one that says Tarina. No, she's a girl. She's just a
We
bandit.
can't. Yeah, we can't see her her name.
The default.
She has a beard, dude. It's cool.
You can't see her name.
dwarf
She's-
women
she's
have
a dwarf.
beards.
Yeah,
Yeah, get over it.
It says show nameplate. There you go.
I don't see it.
Here, I will. The one that's got the. Oh, I don't want that.
It doesn't matter.
We can keep track.
She's got
Just
an
put a little
aura.
heart.
She's got, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
put like a marker on her,
There we go.
like a red mark or something. I don't know.
Blood.
It stands
Or
for
green,
I'm
'cause we're
hurt.
green.
I put a
Yeah, there you
green.
go.
She's friendly. That's the friendly one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, this guy, he finished his turn. Turn finished. Okay, this other guy, now that he's restrained, right, by Entangled?
Mm-hmm.
He could use his action.
He has to use his action to break out. I mean, DC's what for your guy?
13.
Okay, he's gonna
Oh.
try. He's gonna use his turn to try and break out.
Break those cuffs, dude. Break those cuffs.
I got a 6, so he does not break those cuffs.
He does not break those cuffs.
I've got to change
Those some good cuffs.
I gotta change the default role to not be whisper to GM because I don't like that.
Thank you, Anthony.
It's just is. Okay, and that is the end of his turn. Turn finished.
Oh,
It is a bandit down.
black screen.
Downstairs.
Yeah, it threw me to the other side of the map.
Yeah, it's
They're
because
downstairs too.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's the end of his turn. That one's gonna stay there. Alwyn Alkanon's turn.
looks like we're gonna need to keep that entangle going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh god damn it. Okay. I know my next turn.
I don't know what this would do, but it might help to pull it closer to allies. Okay. First time ever casting this. First time druid. Who dis? I'm gonna the one that just swung at whatever the hell, Tarina.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip and try to whip him closer, right?
Oh,
closer?
yeah.
Whip
Thorn
it
Whip it
whip.
real good.
Yeah.
Whip it real good.
Hurry, you have 60 seconds.
18, that hits.
Okay.
One of my favorite.
Does it do additional damage?
cantrips.
Oh.
No,
Does
Okay,
three,
what else?
3 points, and what else is it
it's
do?
low damage.
But it's a cuff that no one can break.
And then what does it do?
Mhm.
It's so good at crowd control.
Mhm.
I mean.
Pulls them 10
Oh,
feet.
you pull. Yeah, if the creature is large or smaller,
You pull him closer?
10 feet closer to you.
Okay, you pull him towards you, and he bumps into Wall Nightly, and this big half-orc stands up from the table, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And
Yeah.
he's gonna roll initiative.
Yeah.
Well
That's basically what I was
played,
doing.
Alwyn.
Yeah.
Well played.
Another fighter has entered the match.
There is not the
It's-
end turn button is not there. Anthony was correct.
I will check that because
I guess the timer
I set it to be
is
on
the next turn.
No,
Yeah.
it should be there, but it's fine. Wall stands up, and he is a thug, I believe. So let me.
Did we just
Thugs
bump
not
to the very
thugs.
beginning of initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me fix this. But let me get his character sheet ready. Okay. Turn finished.
His name is Wall.
Ramadan already took his turn. Turn finished. Turn finished. Turn finished. Turn finished. Alwyn finished his turn. Okay.
Tarina's turn.
Tarina's turn. Tarina is going to run. Five, 10, 15. She's gonna open this door, and you get a waft of something that smells fishy, and then
Gross.
she like slips through this door right here, and leaves it kind of hanging half open.
Yeah. Welcome to spellcasting.
Well, I mean, clerics and druids have more than most.
Dude, we're gonna have to get Warcaster
Mhm.
at some point.
We are the Warcasters.
Yeah. Together we
I
fight crime.
really don't know who this person is, but
Heal
yeah.
Team 6.
Alistair?
Yeah, I don't even know. He's not even on the map. He's not even on the GM layer.
Yo, that dude isn't even in the module. What is he doing
What the
here?
hell? Okay, Bandit. Bandit is gonna start coming over there. What happens? What happens if I walk into entanglement?
If you walk into
It's rough terrain, but it doesn't grab.
Well, yeah, so it's
It grabs when it's cast, right?
It grabs when it's cast, but it's rough terrain. Or difficult terrain, sorry.
Okay, so this guy gets to the top of the stairs, and you see he's trying to like move through the brush, but it's thick. This guy stays where he's at. This guy.
Oh my god, there's so many.
So many. Holy smokes, man.
Arias, it is your turn.
Oh my god.
You got socked in the face.
Okay. Okay. This guy is getting the B-Town.
That B-Town.
What?
It's the B-Town.
Yeah. I am going to cast
I still
Yeah,
can't believe
so-
this is for first level adventures.
yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead
Okay.
right into his face. I don't know how this is run. Okay, here we go. Yeah, DC's 13. or Savan damage?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
He gets a 6 on his DC, so he's gonna take 7
All right.
points.
So he
of
takes the 7 damage. And then can I see? Can I see? What's her name again?
Serena?
Tarina from here.
You can see a little bit of her. She ran into this room over here.
Could I see enough to target her with the healings? With
Yeah,
healing word?
totally.
All right. And I'll yell back to I'll yell back. Hold on, Tarina, and healing word her. For 4 points.
Perfect. Thank you.
And I am staying up in this man's face, and yeah, there is no end turn button.
That's very odd. I'm gonna have to look into that because there's no reason for there not to be.
This is the party right now.
No, that's what we're getting.
No way.
4 against like 10.
We got this.
Okay.
Like I took 7
Wolfgar,
damage.
It is your turn.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
Get
You have
'em!
120 of them.
Woo!
Hooray. Okay. I'm going to yell out to my good friend, Arias. Is that it?
Yeah.
That I've got his back. And I'm going to mosey my way on around this half-orc and assist him by bonking this boy on the head with my warhammer. Yeah! Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Yo! 7 points of bludgeoning
Ooh,
damage.
he got real bonked.
Get bonked. And I'm actually, when I was yelling out to Orion, I am going to cast Shield of Faith on him.
Ah, very nice.
Oh wow. All right.
You were
On who?
On Arias?
Arias, our friend.
Mhm.
Oh,
You got that
Damn.
Do you have a thing for that, or should I put up a shield? Oh, you've got.
Yeah, put up a shield. That'd be perfect.
You got that shield of faith.
oh.
And I really wish I could end my turn, but the button does not exist.
The button does not
Yeah.
exist. We'll
The
have to
cake
work-
is a lie.
We'll have to work on fixing that because
Oh
Okay.
god.
I can see the button, so we'll figure that
This
out.
guy just hit me.
Okay, Deadeye, he pulls out his sword.
No, you no.
And he's going to try and swing at you.
Oh, don't do it.
Hold
Crit.
up.
Oh my god.
A 12 against your armor class?
That will not hit.
Okay, he takes a second swing.
No, this is one sturdy dwarf.
16 against your
Yeah.
armor class.
That's not gonna hit either.
Okay. That's what he does. He takes 2
Yeah!
swings.
No,
Yeah, he-
no damage!
He's like blocking it with his shield, and
Okay, that's the end of his turn. It is Wall's turn. Wall stood up and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he pulls a club, like a big heavy club off of his belt, and he swings down at this guy that's next to him. Thwack, 22 to hit. He just knocks this guy right over the head, and the guy crumples to the ground, just dead. Just like
Nice swing, friend.
That's what he does. Bromidon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try something weird because I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude.
I
I'm
only
so
have concentration spells.
I was so sorry, dude. I tried looking
No,
through
it's
those
okay.
cantrips.
It's okay.
It's like,
I like create bonfire.
create bonfire is pretty
Ooh.
good.
On the stair
It's-
entrance? Oh,
but
yeah.
it's concentration and
It
entangles
is
concentration.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, Jake, I don't know if you'll allow it. Well, what if I create double difficult terrain? Does it mean they move even half speed on a half speed?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
no terrain deserves to be that difficult.
It's just not how It's just not how the rules of 5e work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had an idea. It's okay.
It's like advantage and disadvantage. You can't have double advantage and double disadvantage.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes sense. I was just wondering.
Yep.
In that case, I'll just come over here next to our allies and hit it with my quarterstaff.
Hit what? This guy's dead.
Yeah,
This guy's dead?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He did.
In that case,
You can try and bribe this guy sitting next to you to join the fight.
yeah. Hey, man. How you doing? We're kind of in a fight here. Do you want to help us out?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Wait, what are you doing?
He's
Oh
like-
my god.
He's like,
Ooh.
nah, handle your own problems.
Hey, man. It's okay. I totally understand. Maybe next time, man.
Okay, that was
Oh.
your turn. Dead guy. He did. This guy is still entangled. He's going to
Break
try
those cuffs.
He's going to try and break those cuffs. He rolled a natural 1. He does not break anything except maybe his pride. This guy is downstairs. Okay, he's on the stairs now. Yeah, this guy's staying where he's at. Alwyn, Alkanon, what do you do?
Rapid type. Oh boy. I think I'm just gonna hang back and try to snipe somebody.
So you got the big bad guy. You got
Yeah.
A couple of other guys.
What can I like? So that guy's sort of down on the stairs.
Yeah.
Can I try to like whip him and like hang him from the railing?
You could try and whip him and pull him into the railing.
Yeah. Would that?
I don't know if it's gonna
Maybe hold
necessarily
him there?
do anything extra. It's probably not gonna do anything extra.
Okay.
It would just deal the normal whip damage.
Okay. Yeah. How bad's this guy look? The main dude.
He's been hurt a little bit. He looks fine.
Okay. You know, I'm just gonna hit him.
Yeah.
With oh shit. That was my character sheet. I'm gonna attack with Thorn Whip.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
And I have advantage.
A 9 does not hit. Okie doke. It is
Unfort.
Tarina's turn. Tarina is going to
Whip out her magical +2 bow.
she's gonna poke her head out of you see she takes a stand and she fires a light crossbow through the gap in the door at this guy. She's gonna roll.
A magical +2 crossbow?
No, +8.
Oh.
Unfortunately not. But a 6 does not hit. So she oh, actually I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on. What's the wrong one? 15 hits exactly. This guy will take 6 points of piercing damage as you guys see. Thump! A crossbow bolt goes like right into his leg and he's like, ah!
The big guy?
Yeah, the big guy.
All right.
Serena shot him with
I don't
a
think
crossbow.
I can't really see your pings. I don't know what's going on.
It's a big guy.
There you go. Yeah.
Serena shot him with a crossbow. Okay, and that is the end of her turn. It is this bandit's turn. He's like 5, 10, 15, 10, 20.
Ah, come
Right up in
on!
your face. And he pulls out a dagger. Actually, he pulls out a scimitar. He looks like a pirate. He swings at you. Natural 20.
Oh my gosh!
That's a crit.
And that's the first crit of the game.
6.
That's a
Bye
death.
bye.
6 plus.
Shit.
I tried to protect you. I swear I did.
Like that's me down.
So you're gonna take 8 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down. Oh no, I'm not down. All right.
Whoa, beefy boy.
And
Make them extra thick.
What are we doing for crits in this?
So we're doing 1 die is max. You roll the second die, and then you roll a d100 for an effect.
Oh my god.
The effect.
Oh, that's a lot.
20 is
If it's any more damage, I'm down.
after your turn, you move to the top of the initiative order. So he moves to the top of the initiative order.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
That's perfectly fine, right?
Okay, so it is this next bad boy's turn. Finished. This boy's turn. Another guy comes up the stairs. That's where he ends his turn. Arias, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay. He's gonna be like, a bit of help. He's gonna step. I don't think that provokes.
That does not.
You have
Alright.
good, Barry.
I'm not gonna take my action to get 1 hit point. But I
He
will
says
take my
that.
action to cast Word of Radiance. It's only 1 damage. Damn it.
Oh no!
So what this does is everyone I choose within a 5-foot radius.
Yeah.
So it's these 2 guys make
Yeah.
a con save, or they take 1 damage.
Okay, let's see. 18 for the captain.
Yeah, that saves. It's 13 DC.
The other guy fails.
Okay, he takes 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Oh, the
And then-
bird.
Shit, I have to heal myself. I have to heal myself with my bonus action. I've got no choice.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Hey, that's good.
You have 4 hit
That's
points.
a good amount.
I might survive another attack. Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Um,
Turn is over.
Yeah.
Okay, it is Ulfgar's turn.
Ulfgar is going to move up into the fray.
That's my last spell. Oh my goodness.
Haha, that's why I said I can't believe this is for first level characters.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
That guy has 2 attacks?
Yep.
At level 1. Mm-hmm.
There's 9 enemies.
There's so many.
We got some focus
As
firing.
I'm walking away from our half-orc friend,
Ask for help.
I'm gonna ask him to join us.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Please.
I'm always looking for a good fight, and they brought me into this when they ran into me. He's like,
He
"Ah!"
didn't notice the rope pulling the guy into him.
No, he didn't. He was completely oblivious. But he's in it to win it now. He's on your side, as far as you can tell. He's on
Perfect.
he's on A side.
I am. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and swing.
Swing at which guy? Which beefy boy?
I'm gonna swing at the big guy.
Swing at the big beefy boy. Okay. Roll for swingage. That'll hit.
Swingage? Swingage!
Okay. That's good. This is the end of your turn?
I think that's everything.
Okey
Yeah.
doke.
Oh, he's still up.
It is
Oh
the
my
other
God.
bandit's
Yeah, I know. I'm
turn.
sorry, dude. I hit him.
He seeing Ulfgar running in, he's gonna take a swing at Ulfgar. 19 to hit.
Fucking breaks AC.
Okay, you will take 6 points of slashing damage, and I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw for
I made it.
Who
What do I
would
take?
think
How much
us
damage?
made it?
6.
I take 6 damage?
6 damage. 6 slashing
What the
damage.
fuck?
It's a scimitar.
1d6 plus 1.
You're rolling like the fucking devil. Let's go.
Yep. Welcome to Descent into Avernus.
No, welcome to Jake as the DM.
Okay. That is that bad boy's turn. It is Big Boy's turn. Big Boy is going to take one
Ooh.
swing at both of you guys. One each. First
Oh, he's
one.
got multi-attack
He's
for
got multi
Who
attack.
on who?
Yep. The first
Declare
one.
which one's on which.
First one is against Arias.
Yeah.
That is a 21 to hit
Yep.
for 4 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Just how much you healed.
How convenient!
Oh my
And
god.
the next one is going to be against Ulfgar, and that is a 17 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Good, because it would have been 9 points
Just
of slashing
barely.
damage.
Great.
Okay, Wall. It's gonna be Wall's turn. Wall comes crashing in.
Did I not go?
You did. This is the new turn.
I think
Oh.
you missed your Thorn Whip, bud.
You missed your Thorn Whip.
Yeah, you
The
did miss
Thorn
your
Whip.
sword.
Okay.
Thorn Whip.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same round.
Yeah, same round.
Yeah,
The
it's that
half
same
orc
round.
comes bounding in, and he's like, "Ugh!" And he takes a swing with his big jumbo-sized mace at this guy. 20 to hit. He does 8 points damage, and he gets a second attack because he's got multi-attack as well.
What an absolute legend.
17. He hits again and just kills this guy straight up.
Nice. Good.
Just crumples this guy to the ground. Okay. That's Wall's turn. Brahmadin, it is your turn.
I am going to.
Friend Arias looks real bad.
Oh yeah. Barely hanging on.
I know. I'm debating whether or not I should heal word now or when you're down. But I am going to drop Entangle,
Okay.
and I am going to create a bonfire
What?
Bonfire?
right underneath this boy, big beefy. He's got to make a dexterity save, DC 13, or take 7 damage.
He
Ooh,
gets a
that's
19.
a lot.
It's also at the beginning of his turn. If he's still there.
Got it. So I can put a fire there.
Yeah.
Bonfire.
Let Anthony draw a box.
Here, wait. Here we go.
It's gonna light everything on fire.
He's gonna try.
I don't think it lights anything on fire.
I shouldn't.
Create a bonfire on the ground that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, magic bonfire
Oh.
fills a 5
The
Oh.
bonfire ignites visible object in the area. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
that
yeah.
aren't being worn or carried. There are rugs and shit. Okay.
Oh, buddy. We're about to get them the fuck out of here.
Oh,
One way or
God.
another.
Okay.
Did he take damage or no?
No.
Oh. Okay, that is my
Bandit.
turn.
Okay. Bandit. He's dead. Next bandit. He's still.
Oh, he's no longer stuck.
Entangle's gone, dude.
He's not entangled anymore.
He is not.
Oh shit.
He's gonna step forward. He's gonna swing at Arias. With his scimitar.
Fingers crossed.
7 against
Does
your
it-
armor class.
7 does not hit.
Okay.
Does a 35 hit?
Yo, hold on, dude.
That sucks because I rolled a 40.
There's another guy coming up, and he's gonna swing at Wall. 22. He hits Wall for 4 points of damage. Wall does not look
No,
happy.
not the wall.
Wall looks angry.
Good job, Wall.
Okay, that's the end of that bandit's turn. There's a lot of NPC combat here. That guy stays where he's at. This guy, Alwyn Al-Kanan. It is your turn, my dude.
Is it gonna take my whole action if I try to persuade these people at this table to help?
It will.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it takes more than 6 seconds to tell people.
Okay. I will try to do that. I will say, please, you must help us. We are members of the Fists of Flame, and I will show my my badge. And You must help us now. Defeat these pirates.
How much are you gonna give me?
You will have to take that up with Zaj.
Okay, roll me a... You can roll me a persuasion check.
What if I drop a handful of copper pieces? I have 98 copper pieces now. I'll just drop as
Okay.
much as I can fit in a hand.
Okay, so still roll me persuasion. I'll give you a +2 to your roll. Circumstance. Natural 1.
Ouch.
They're like,
Oh boy, it's a 3.
They laugh at your copper.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we might be making new characters for each other next week.
Okay.
Tune in next week when we'll have completely new characters.
I will grab the copper back.
You'll try. It is Tarina's turn. Tarina is
Gotta use an action, remember, Chad.
Tarina's going to reload her crossbow and fire again at the big guy. She will miss narrowly. And that is the end of her turn. It is this guy's turn. He's done. This guy's turn. He will step up here. He's more concerned about the big half-orc than he is about Ulfgar.
The conspicuously bleeding dwarf.
Yeah, so he is going to swing at... and he also hits the half-orc for 4 points damage. Okay.
Thank God for
that,
Wall.
That is his turn. It is Arias Silverstone's turn.
Oh man. I have to get out. But I don't have any heals.
You have 4
If
of
you
them,
say
right?
something.
We all have heals.
One
Yeah, just
hit
yell for
point
heals,
is-
dude. Somebody will help.
Better
One
than 0.
Like, one hit point will not help me get out of 0.
Nope. But if
But it'll fill up your stomach for when you die.
you can start pounding them and then
How many
It's all
cheese
add
wheels can you eat per turn?
That's the thing, is you have to use your
43.
action to eat one. It's like, it's not useful in combat at all.
What if I ready my action to eat 10 cheese wheels?
handfuls of them.
Shit.
The goodest berries.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try... I have to retreat.
Andrew.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
What's your ruling on how many good berries someone could eat in a round?
1.
Okay.
How about a con save to see if you can fit more?
It literally says it's an action in the spell.
Yeah. But
Oh,
you can
hey.
eat more than one as an action.
Andrew.
No, I am.
Andrew,
I've got
commit.
No.
Come on.
I have to
Get on point.
What are you doing?
I
What are you doing?
I am disengaging and coming back here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's me and
You and
me and
Wall.
the half-orc versus the world, apparently.
I'm actually gonna go there.
Okay. Are you gonna try and?
I'm not-
Okay, that's your turn.
That was my action to disengage.
Got it.
So
Okay. Ulfgar.
I'm
it's your
sorry.
turn.
At one
Well.
hit point, I can't do anything. I'm not gonna stay there and die.
Okay. Suit yourself. Well, Ulfgar is going to... He's going to take another swing at the big guy.
Kill him.
That's probably not going to hit.
Which guy? The big guy?
Big guy.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Okay,
All right.
Should have retreated.
Yeah.
Should have retreated.
This guy is dead.
Oh, there's a guy under the dead guy. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have discovered more enemies.
Okay, it is the big guy's turn. The big guy is gonna say, Tarina! and he like just pushes past you guys and tries to like shove this door open.
Oh, I'm definitely swinging at him.
Yeah, you guys.
As my reaction.
Is that an explosion in his place?
That was the create bonfire.
Oh, okay.
21 hit?
Like, did he just like leave an explosion?
Just 21 hits.
Fuck this guy, dude.
At the top of his turn, doesn't he take bonfire damage though?
He has to roll.
Let's see. I rolled an 8. He takes 1d8 points of bonfire damage.
Yep. And he takes 8 bludgeoning to the back of the head.
Okay.
Oh baby.
Roll me that
Early.
bonfire damage.
He decided not to look at me. First mistake.
Where's the bonfire damage?
Anthony.
I'm sorry, the bonfire damage?
Yes.
It is right here. 2.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, level 1 cantrips are kind of lackluster.
And,
Yeah, I
and
know.
he runs up and he swings at.
So he took
Right there.
all of that,
Chick. Yep, he's still up, and he swings at her, and she takes.
bloodied it all.
Yep, so he's just bloodied. But you hear like a hissing sound come from the other side of this door. As now you can see inside here, there's a Sawagan.
A what?
A Sawagan.
Oh,
Yes.
that.
Those fucking alligator, or not alligator people, but
Fish people.
yeah,
Like, not fish people.
creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
The
motherfucker.
Yeah.
The shark worshippers?
Yep. This bad boy is gonna get an 11 initiative.
I'm getting some Olahan vibes.
It's Wall's turn.
Get him, Wall!
Wall is gonna swing once at this first guy. He is going to hit for. Thug has advantage on all attack rolls if at least one of the Thug's allies. I'm gonna count you as an ally. He gets a crit.
Hell yeah.
He is going to do 1d6 plus 8.
Oh yeah, because half-orcs crit really badly.
He does 14
Yeah.
points of damage and straight up kills the
Oh,
guy.
yeah, Wall!
Straight up just crumples this guy.
Just myrtleizes him.
And then,
Let that be a lesson to
and
you,
he
Wall.
swings at the other guy. 19 does 4 points of damage. He's just like in here swinging this mace around, just clobbering people.
It's clobbering time.
It's clobbering time. Browmadin.
Yeah, Brahmadin is going to drop concentration on that bonfire over there.
Okay.
And he is going to put a bonfire right on him.
You notice some of the floor seems to be scorched where the previous bonfire was.
That's okay.
Eh.
So he will take 8 damage if he does not pass a DC 13.
Okay.
Oh, natty 8. Don't let it go to waste.
19.
Eh.
Okay.
Makes
Ow.
sense.
End of your turn?
Yep, that'll end my turn.
Rolling like the devil himself. Okay,
No.
I rolled a 14. This guy's dead. It is Oshala's turn. Oshala.
Who the fuck is this motherfucker up here?
This is just some dude. He's sitting there drinking tea.
What is
Apparently,
he, though?
nobody cares.
He's his Hagwin.
He is.
No, he's
case-
something else.
In case you're wondering, I'll tell you in a minute.
This guy.
This chick, this
Oh,
Sawagan
that guy?
female.
I don't know.
This Sawagan female stands up
Like a fucking
and
demon.
she casts straight into this guy's chest. She's gonna cast a guiding bolt.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
The
Guiding bolt?
scariest thing is that Swagan have deities.
She rolls an 18.
Shark deities.
She rolls an 18
Ooh.
to hit. Smacks him straight in the chest. He takes 12 points of radiant damage as you hear this bright, searing light. And this guy is now aglow. Next attack against him has advantage.
So many people. God, we are fucked.
And that is the end of her turn. It is this bandit's turn. He closes in on Ulfgar and takes a swing.
I guess he didn't learn his lesson.
He misses 17 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay.
Just barely, though.
Next guy, he's gonna try and hit Wall.
So who's this, Jake?
16 will hit Wall for 7 points of slashing damage. Give me 1 second. Who is whom?
This
Rahimus?
one?
Which, this guy right here?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what your ping was.
He is, let me tell you.
I'm just pinging all the tokens.
There's a lot of tokens.
Just all of them?
Just all of them
Once.
at the same time. I'm gonna
Just
crash.
at the same time.
He is.
I'm going to
He is
make a script.
he's a human. He looks like he's a human, and he's like wearing these weird orange robes, and he's just sitting there, cross-legged and sipping on tea, watching this fight go down.
Uh-huh. Does he look like a monk?
Yep, kind of. Maybe some sort of acolyte, some sort of student of some persuasion. But he's sitting there and he's just chilling and sipping on a cup of tea, watching this fight go down. The bandit finishes his turn. This guy is not going to move. Alwyn, it is your turn.
Okay. I will point to that guy and say, "Please, friend, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. Maybe help us here."
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
Maybe the favor of the, what is it? The flaming fist will come your way.
Roll persuasion.
Sorry, it's
14. He's like,
Not very good.
yeah, it's only 6
Hey,
below max.
whatchamacallit, he will look at you and gives you like a curt nod without saying anything. He's like, and then he goes back to sipping his tea. He's like, smiles at you, like he doesn't understand what you're saying. That's the end of your turn.
He doesn't understand you.
It's
Damn it, Chad.
Tarina's turn.
Speak his language.
Tarina is going to swing with her, pull out a scimitar and swing at this guy, and she is going to miss. That is her turn. That guy's not moving. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. Arias, it is your turn.
All right. Shit, I wanted to get away from this guy, but he's not.
He's going straight after Tarina now.
All right, I have to
like-
protect Tarina.
He's like not even paying attention to you.
Yeah, I have to protect her. So I am going to. Well,
Hey, you
he's
have
the only
advantage.
one.
You have advantage against him if you attack him. Actually,
I
no.
don't-
Tarina had advantage, so she hit him for 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay, yeah. Plus, I wouldn't have wasted that on my -1 strength.
No, it was the guiding bolt thing.
Yeah.
But there's 3 people threatening?
I'm not doing that in this campaign.
Oh, okay.
I am going
Didn't hear
to
that.
toll the dead. I'm gonna like take my little bell out and go bing. It's probably gonna be 2 damage if he fails a wisdom.
I guess
Yo, our luck?
21.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Okay. End of your
I
turn?
mean, I'm already blocking. Yeah, that's the end.
Ulfgar.
Ulfgar, go punch.
Alright, well, you hit that one. I've got this one. And I'm gonna swing at the one to my left.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
12
Damn, dude.
does hit.
Nice. 2 points. I stub his toe.
Okie doke.
Oof.
Welcome to Clerics, and we are not a damage-heavy group.
That's
Nope.
me.
This is not gonna be great.
Not yet.
Okay, he is
We're
going.
level 1, dude. No one's a damage.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to swing at Tarina. He rolls a natural 1.
Oh,
Just gotta.
16 on his fumble. Weapon attack fumble. 16. You got tangled with your enemy and fall over. You were knocked prone and your movement is reduced to 0. Your target must succeed a DC 10 dexterity save or they are also knocked prone. So he tries to go for Tarina, and he is knocked prone. Tarina needs to roll a dexterity save. She makes it. So he tries to swing at her and she dodges out of the way and he trips and falls. And then he tries to swing at her again while he's on the ground. And he misses.
yeah, with a disadvantage, that's not gonna work very well.
Yeah, it is Wall's turn. Wall,
Get him, Wall!
Wall is going to swing at this guy that's in front of him. He misses. On his second swing, he hits though for 5 points of damage. Okay, and it is Bromidin's turn. Bromidin.
And then
Yes. I'm gonna try to hit him with this guy right here with my my good old quarterstaff.
Is the bonfire still up?
The bonfire is still up.
Oh, well then he
On
needed-
his turn.
Yeah, he needed to roll a dex save. Keep me
Thank
honest.
you.
He made a 21, so he made it.
Okay, so he's good.
Fuck.
So I tried to hit him with an 11, and that probably did not
That
hit.
does not hit.
That will end my turn.
Okay.
Welcome to level 1 combat.
Yeah, for real.
Do we have normal flanking rules at least, or no?
What do you mean?
Like
Well,
when you're on
flanking-
either side?
That's optional. It's an optional rule.
I know.
Can we have the option?
Sure. I'll do flanking rolls.
I'm not too picky. It's up to you guys.
I'll do flanking rolls. I'm okay with that. So this
I
Sawagan
think-
So you have
priestess-
to go again or no?
What's up?
Do I hit with advantage on that or no?
No. You still didn't have advantage.
Okay.
You have
yeah,
to- you have to be on-
flanking
you
is
have to be on-
box-wise.
You have to be.
Hold on, but he's prone,
opposite-
right?
Oh yeah,
He
he
is
is
prone.
prone, so you do have
Oh.
advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage!
Good call.
No,
Nope.
Advantage!
Didn't count.
Okay.
I will not roll ones with this character.
Yo, look at those 4s, dude.
The Sawagan is going
And the
to
7-Eleven.
Shout out to you, Brad. 4 for ore.
The Sawagan summons a spiritual trident and goes to stab at this guy with it. And misses. but gets another attack. Gets a natural 20. Crits the big bad guy. 4. 18 points of damage, which is just enough to kill him. And he goes, the Sawagan stabs into him with a trident, this like spiritual glowing trident, and you see the all of the other bandits see that this guy goes down. He's like, ah, Tarina, and he's like gurgling up blood, and all of these other thugs see him, and you see that they start running away. Wall will take advantage. They all disengage and they run out, and you hear like boots, like heavy boots, running down the stairs as they try and get out of the tavern in time to get away.
Ulfgar will head downstairs, moreover to check on the rest of the tavern, than for chasing.
Got it. Rest of the tavern seems completely fine. Everyone was kind of like listening to what was going on upstairs, but no one seemed bothered by it.
Interesting. Okay.
Well.
And you guys took out 3 of the bandits.
Yeah,
I am. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, Arias is gonna slump against the wall a little bit because he's like super hurt.
Okay.
Now was the time to eat the good berries.
Yeah.
I'll eat 2 good berries.
Okay.
I'll
And
say
Actually, I don't even
cheers,
need 'em. I don't
friend,
even need
and
them actually. I'll give them.
I'm gonna give Wall one of my good berries.
Yes, I'll give them all.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my good berries. I don't know how many I had.
You had
2.
2, and then I gave you 2 because I didn't get hurt.
Plus-
Oh, okay.
Serena,
Fred, did you give yours?
So I used one of them,
He's
and then I
gonna
gave the
need
other
him.
one to Wall, who had my back.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So, yes.
2 things are gonna happen. 1, Serena leans against the wall and says, "Thanks for that. That thing's got hairy there for a minute."
Yeah.
Several blocks northwest of here, it's a public bathhouse with a walled garden, frolicking nymphs carved into the front gates. Followers of the Dead Three have been seen coming and going from that bathhouse. I'm told there's a secret door inside that leads to a dungeon. That's where the killers are hiding. You earned it.
Oh.
That's the first thing that
Well.
happens. She tells you where you need to go
Okay.
next.
All right. So where was that again, sir?
Several blocks
bathhouse?
north of here, there's a public bathhouse with a walled garden and frolicking nymphs carved into the front gates. Followers of the Dead Three have been seen coming and going from the bathhouse, and I'm told there's a secret door inside that leads to a dungeon. That's where the killers are hiding.
So the killers are hiding in a dungeon.
The killers of what? What was killed?
The Dead Three cultists that have been killing people in the night.
Ah.
That's
The ones who have been leading the murders.
That's the whole reason you're here. The second thing, and the most important part,
Yeah.
you all level up to level 2, and I'll see you
Oh
next
my
week.
god.
Let's go. Can we roll
Oh
for
my God.
HP?
But
Fuck.
give me a second. Thank you guys
Oh
so
my
much
God.
for tuning in. I hope that you guys enjoyed the first episode of Descent into
Mm.
Avernus. We will be back next week to bring you more adventures. Stay tuned, and we will see you later. Good game, and good night.
Bye.
Good game and good night.